that's the name of the game. Keep running, keep striving, maintain the same hunger, that fire, that burning desire. In this long run, I'm reaching higher now. Long run, yeah, long game. Through the struggle, through the pain, I keep my eyes on the prize. Never lose sight in this marathon of life. I'm running through the night.
And it's me, it's me, it's me, it's me. Good morning and roll tide to you. Forgive me for my tardiness, but I had a couple of technical difficulties this morning. And but I'm glad, but I'm here now. Roll tide, everybody. Hey, look here. Let me see. Good morning, Stephen Hicks. Roll tide to you. Good morning, Latoya. Roll tide, everybody in the chat. Good morning, roll tide to you. Good morning, Bama Nation. Wherever you are, good to see everybody here this morning. Good morning, Clinton Howard. Roll tide to you, my man. Good morning, and good morning again. In the words of my sister, and in the words of Dwight, wake up. Boy, these summer mornings kind of getting rough there, man. You know, it's the dog days of summer. And next week, we know we have SEC Media Day. Also, next week, we have the baseball all-star game. And, and right about now, we're also into, if you're not into Canadian football, the CFL, you're kind of missing out on some pretty good football. But, I realize CFL is not for everybody. But we're in the dog days of summer, and some of these days kind of get long for your boy him, and trying to get up and everything, and but it's fun. It's all good. It's all as one of my former choir members used to say, it's all good in the hood. Good morning, Nicole. What's the business? You know what the business is. Sure enough, you do. Yes, ma'am. How are you? How's the family? Hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's family is well. I hope everybody's surroundings are as well as can be expected. I was intending to make a note, but when I think about that, I'm still praying for all of those flood victims, the families that, lost those precious babies and other family members in the flooding there in Central Texas. Michelle asked us to continue to pray for them, and we are. And we're going to we're just praying for everybody. We're just praying. And we're not praying just to be praying, but we're praying and asking God to help people, help us all and everything. But man, because we need help. We need help with some stuff going on. I don't know about where you are, but over here where I am, all of a sudden, folks they forgot how to act around here, and I'm just praying that the Lord would intervene and just keep us all and everything. Because I'm gonna tell you this: it's good to be alive, and but the way some things are going now, with everything. Man, people don't value life, not yours anyway, but you have to value your own. And it's almost like driving. Good. Yeah, it's almost like driving. We have to be defensive drivers. And which leads me to this. I got to thinking about this morning about just certain things. And I told you all yesterday that I just been considering, and Dwight, I have to get with you, sir, because you're the producer. I have to get with you about, some things about which way I'm wanting the show to go, and it's going to be in a positive direction. But I'm also thinking about the fact that, I was just saying that, you have to be defensive. You have to be on the defense sometime. And what I mean by that is you have to watch what's going on around you. You have to be careful of just everything and all that good stuff, right? And then you have to be careful of the fact that and be watchful of the fact that people plot, people do crap, people do all kinds of stuff, and they want, because for the most part, they want to see you fall. That's the bottom line. They want to see you fall. They want to see you fail, and everything. But as I was ironing my shirt and all that good stuff, a particular scripture came to mind where it says, I'm going to read it verbatim. And it just said, no weapon formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. Now, let me give you this right quick. Then this is for everybody. There's always somebody or some people, rather. Roll Tide, rise up. Roll Tide to you then, my man. There's always some people out there that wants to do stuff, say stuff, just to discourage you. And like I just said, they want to see you fail, right? But if you go by what the Bible says, and I hope we all believe the Bible says, first of all, no weapon formed. Now, let's take a minute and just look at that. Form. Let's look at that word form. Conceived. No weapon erected. No weapon constructed. Just whatever. However you want to put that. No weapon formed, made. However you want to label that. No weapon formed against you. Against you. Against. Meaning coming against. Being an opponent of, and all that kind of stuff. Remember, you are the opponent and everything. They want to see you. They don't want to see you prosper. They don't want to see you make it for whatever the reason. And we're not going to get off into that to whatever the reason is. It doesn't matter what the reason is. The reason is whatever the reason is. But the biggest thing is they're trying to stop you, right? So when God says no weapon, whatever the weapon is, formed, constructed, made, conceived against you, coming against you, shall prosper. Prosper just simply means there will be no result. No results. The results that they're wanting, they won't get. The result that your opponent, your enemy is wanting, they're not going to get that result. Even if it's getting that result of you striking back, even if it's a result of you getting angry and then you want to do them some damage. Now, don't get me wrong. God knows our hearts. God knows that there's so much that we can stand and this, that, and the third. But let me tell you something. And Piano Man's been pushed to the brink on a bunch of stuff lately. But I had to remind myself and others, and that was God through working through others, had to remind me of who I am. Now, trust me, and I'm not saying this and bragging, y'all. I can get rowdy with the best of it, and I probably can get rowdy more than y'all. But it wouldn't prosper me anything. It wouldn't be a cool thing for me to do, and me trying to be a great example to others, especially younger people, So sometimes it's just best to chill. But just be comforted in knowing that no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And then every tongue that rises up against thee in judgment. In other words, when they talking about you, when they putting their mouth on you and everything, you shall condemn. In other words, you can rest in the fact that God got you. It's going to be okay. And as long as you keep doing what is right and you keep following his path. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Piano Man is perfect, because he's not by a long shot. But I just try to honor God in all that I do. I try to teach you to honor God in all that you do, and let the Lord handle stuff. And in the long run, watch and see, you will be blessed. And that what they were trying to do to you is going to come to naught. And they better be careful, because what they're trying to do to you, watch this, it's going to end up happening to them. So all I'm saying is keep your head up. I say it every day. There's no sense in being jealous of nobody. Don't be envious of anybody. Just do your thing and watch God bless you. But the moment you become jealous, the moment you become envious, the moment you want to, because you make things into this pseudo competition, then God can't help you there. And he's not going to help you. Trust me. No matter how right you think you are, he's not going to help you. So stay right, be right, do right, because that's what God wants. Okay. And just remember, haters can't do nothing with you. They can't do nothing with you. Just let them keep hating. You keep going on and being blessed of the Lord. And I don't like well, yes, I do. I'm being intentional when I say this. And in the words of the late Richard Pryor, tell that rascal to have a Coke and a smile. That's the best way to handle that. So Joe, so I'm here for the smoke, but just know I have a good fireman I have a good fire plan insurance, and I have a good fireman on the job, and his name is Jesus Christ. So bring smoke all you want. I'm still standing, players. So that's how I just talk, and that's not directed toward anybody. That's just directed toward the devil. And I'm just saying, so it is what it is. So like what Stephen said, I'm covered by the blood. No matter what you think of me, no matter what you feel about me, thank you, Stephen. No matter what you say about me, no matter how you feel about me, I'm covered by the blood. And you're gonna know that because how I treat you. I'm gonna treat me bad, I'm gonna treat you right. I'm gonna treat you good. I'm gonna do what's right, okay? So people might not want to hear that in a sports talk. What's up? Oh gosh, see, Panama Jack, you was all right, but anyway, but I'm gonna tell you like this. But no matter what people may say, no matter what people may say against you personally, we ain't talking about just personally per se football, but just in life, man, just keep your life here in God and everything, and let Him handle your haters, right? And the church said, "Roll Tide." That's right. I'm just saying, man. It's all good, bro. It's all good. What's good, Panama Jack? I see you out there trying to make the folks in Bama's life, but we laughing at you, man. We laughing at you. Because we know this. In 52 days, let him alone, Stephen. I got him. In 52 days, Panama Jack, 52 days, you gonna need all the prayer you can get. In 52 days, player, you gonna need all the prayer you can get. You gonna be look here. You gonna be asking the Lord to ask Bobby Bowden to help y'all. I don't believe in democracy. I don't believe in calling and summoning the dead. But you gonna need a play from Bobby Bowden when we get through rolling on you. I'm telling you now, in 52 days, we rolling. And you know it. That's why you keep coming up in here. You know it. You know what the business is, and you know what it's about to be. We coming in now. We gonna do you worse than Georgia did you. You gonna wish you hadn't seen us, man. Good morning, Panama Jack. Good morning, man. I got you. Yes, sir, Bob. We got you. We know what time it is for you, but you gonna soon. I'm like Ludacris. You gonna learn today. You gonna learn, player. You gonna learn. I hear you. You better hear me now. You gonna learn. You know what? If I was you, Panama, you just start better counting down, bro. Because we coming with you. We coming for y'all, man. We ain't studying Castellanos. We ain't studying Castellanos, Gus Malzahn. We thinking about trying to win. We trying to win this game, man. We gotta win. We got a game to win. You see what I'm saying? And y'all in the way. Y'all in the way. So look here, Panama Jack. I got a new thing that I'm saying. Okay, here you go, Panama Jack. It's about to go in the chat. This is for you. I'm gonna put it in the big screen so everybody can see it. This is strictly for Panama Jack and everybody else that's for Florida State. Here we go. I'm putting it in all caps. Here we go. Here you go. This is here you go, Panama Jack. This is for you. Happy birthday, man. I don't know when your birthday is, but here you go. I'm putting it on the big screen so you can see. Y'all first. Y'all first. Yeah. Y'all first. Y'all first. That's it. Yep. That's right. You better tell them, Stephen. Come on now. Y'all first. Y'all the first. Look at him. Look what Stephen said. FSU are the ants and Bama has the sledgehammer. Well, Stephen, I'm going to do you one better. FSU are the ants and Bama is the sledgehammer. Uh-huh. Now, y'all might win a few more games this year, but you won't win your first one, Panama chat. Come on now. Do I have any Tide fans in here that can be a witness to what I just said? You might win a few more games. You just won't win that first one. And the church said, roll Tide. It ain't. Oh, man, I don't care about nothing hard being about a renovated. Look at him. You worrying about a renovated Doak Stadium? Is your team renovated? Y'all went 2-10. Y'all hollering about we lost to Vandy. Hell, y'all lost to Georgia Tech. Come on now. You lost to Georgia Tech after a one-loss season. You didn't win but 2 games. You won one. Man, don't get me started on you, Panama Jack. It's too early for me going in on you this early. But since you want the smoke, I'm going to give you the fire. Y'all went 2-10. Y'all hollering about Bama lost to Vandy. Okay, we lost to Vanderbilt, and we're not supposed to. But y'all wasn't supposed to lose to Georgia Tech. Y'all wasn't even supposed to lose to Georgia when you lost to them. Come on now. Because y'all was supposed to be the almighty Florida State. Y'all lost to y'all. That showed you right there you wasn't ready. You wasn't ready. You wasn't ready for the SEC. You ain't going to be ready this time. Talking about it's going to be hard coming to the new renovated Doak Stadium. We don't care nothing about them being rent. We revamped the whole coaching staff. I don't care. We don't care. You revamped. Means to redo, redone. Y'all had to redo. We didn't have to redo nothing. Everybody stayed. You better put that in your brain, Panama chat. Put that in your brain. Y'all were redoing, we was doing. Okay? We didn't have to redo nothing. Come on. You better put that in your brain. Better put that in your brain. Burn that in your heart. If I was you, I'd run what's up, Governor? If I were you, Panama Jack, I would be running to Tallahassee. I'd be running to Tallahassee and tell them it ain't a revamped team coming. What's up, Key? What's up, Key? What's up, Governor? Good morning. Roll Tide. I'm in here giving this dude the business this morning. Let me tell you something, Panama. We ain't have to redo nothing. We just doing. Y'all got to talk about renovate your coaching staff, renovate the stadium, renovate while y'all redoing, revamping and rejuvenating and read that. All we did was just reload. I hear you go. I hear JB. I hear you, Governor. Man, you sitting up there doing all that reading, but we finna come on with it, you know. Yeah. I know it. Double A. That's all they can do. They bring up Vandy, they bring up Oklahoma, they bring up Tennessee, and they bring up Michigan and everything because we beat everybody else. We beat everybody else. I mean, we did. We did. But I could easily bring up 10 teams that Florida State didn't beat last year. 10 of them. Come on now. You better leave me alone. I'm telling you now, I can bring up 10 of them bad boys that y'all didn't win. And the crazy part about it is you didn't beat none of your big boys on your team. None of them. Now, while you around here rejuvenating and renovating and doing this, that, and the third, you better go somewhere and repent. Cause we finna, cause you ran your mouth and you better go somewhere and repent. We gonna beat you into repenting. That's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen. That's what's about to happen with y'all, boy. I'm just saying. Hey, Stephen. FSU didn't beat Vandy, Oklahoma, or Michigan. FSU badly beat who they beat. I'm just saying. At least we won 9 games. Okay, we lost to the aforementioned folks, but y'all lost to everybody. y'all lost to everybody. Don't give me that. So y'all better revamp. But like I said, y'all might win a couple more games than you did last year, but you won't win your first one. You won't win your first one. You won't win your first one. So thank you for all that there, but you won't win your first one. You're not going to win it. And the church said, roll Tide. That's right. That's what we said now. Anything else, Panama Jack? Any other questions or concerns that you have? Because if I was you, I'd be real concerned. Sure would. If I was you, I'd be real concerned. We coming with it. Yeah, you just first. That's what I'm saying. You just first. Y'all first. Y'all first. Y'all first, man. Y'all first. Well, in other news of importance, because Florida State ain't all that important to me. First of all, I want to say congratulations are in order to our coach, Coach Kalen DeBoer. Now, even though he has not won this yet, but I hear congratulations are in order for Coach Kalen DeBoer because it was announced on Monday. I know I'm a couple of days late, but I just want to reiterate the fact of some things that's going on within Bama Nation right about now. But it was announced on Monday that Alabama Crimson Tide head football coach Kalen DeBoer has been named to the preseason watch list for the 2025 Dodd Trophy. Now watch this. Among the 26 coaches named to the preseason watch list, the trophy, which was founded back in 1976, recognized, man, that's back when I was leaving the 8th grade. Good Lord. Back in 1976, recognizes the top head coach across college football annually and has been won by Alabama twice previously. Of course, those winners were, of course, the GOAT, Nick Saban in 2014 and Bill Curry in 1989. Entering year 2 in Tuscaloosa, the board is coming off a first season in which the Crimson Tide finished with a 9-4 overall record, as well as 5-3 in SEC play. This was also the first season Alabama had not won double-digit games since finishing 7-6 overall back in 2007. Saban's first year in Tuscaloosa. DeBoer is one of 8 SEC coaches named to the preseason watch list, and a number that leads all conferences. In addition to DeBoer, those names are Elijah Drinkwitz of Missouri, Mike Elko of Texas A&M, Josh Heupel of Tennessee, Brian Kelly of LSU, Steve Sarkisian of Texas, Kirby Smart of Georgia, Brent Venables of Oklahoma. Congratulations, Coach DeBoer, and the best is yet to come. And I believe that, like I've been saying all along, winning settles everything. Winning settles everything. So great job, Coach DeBoer. But let's finish the job and let's bring this trophy to Tuscaloosa. Not only that, but we're going to bring a couple more trophies to Tuscaloosa. But just know this of a sure, Panama Jack, if you still in the chat and didn't go anywhere, you're first. You're first, okay? You're first. And again, congratulations to my brother B Sharp on 1,000, 1K. Yeah. 1K. And if B Sharp is listening now, brother, let me tell you something. I joined your channel and everything because I believe in putting my money in big ups. Shout out to my producer Dwight, who purchased some gift subscriptions and handed them out. That was a real boss move there, big dog. I love that and everything. And so, man, I don't do anything for competition and everything, but man, I'm going to have to join you in that, but you have to show me how to do that. So when B Sharp is on again, I want to be able to help him do that. See, like I said, not saying it in bragging, but that's just who I am. I believe in helping my brothers. I believe in helping my sisters. And so we want to make sure that B Sharp is looked out after. And not only that, remember on every Friday night, Panama, man, you got me all messed up. Kangaroo Black, KB, and Piano Man, we keeping it a buck every Friday night at 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and everybody west of Texas, you know what time it is for you out there. Join us in keeping it a buck. And I want everyone that if you have not, I need you to join also the Kangaroo Click. We need to support all of our podcasters and all of our content creators, in tangible ways to help their programs go further, in what they do and this, that, and the third. I think Coach Sean is monetized. Yeah, Coach Sean is monetized too. Hey, we got to help him out. We got to help him out. Now, I'm not sure if he has a particular club or not and everything, but it's just good to help, even if it's nothing but with a super chat. Let's help our brothers. Everybody, listen. I'm going to put it to you like this. Everybody that I named, with the exception of me, there we go. Basically, everybody that I pretty much named are pretty much monetized. Okay, let's help them as much as we can. Now, you might not be able to subscribe or I mean, join their channels to a point to where something comes off of your debit card every month, but at least you can give a super chat. Let's do that. Let's do something. Let's help everybody. Cause listen, when I do get monetized, and it's coming sooner or later, I'm not pushing the issue and everything, because like I told you all yesterday, governor's driving, so I can say this now and not have no repercussions about it. Good morning, Anitra. Roll Tide. Now I can say this without the governor coming in, chiming in, putting his 2 cents worth in here. I'm not pushing the issue, and I say this proudly, that I do work. I have a job. I'm off for the summer. That's why I have the summer series, and I'm doing it every day, and I love it. And I'm not ashamed to say that I work 4 jobs. I ain't gonna say I was criticized. I ain't even gonna say I was made fun of, but somebody made light of it. But I have 4 jobs. Sure do. And 3 of my jobs have to deal with the music, the side of me. And so there's nothing wrong with that. It's honest. I do what I have to do to take care of me, my family, and my channel. And so I'm thankful for that. But now when it comes time to be monetized, that you can, or you can if you want to. You don't have to. It's all good, because like I said yesterday, everything that has been going toward my channel. What's up, Arrow Squad? Good morning, Gwen. Good morning, Roll Tide. Good morning. What's up, Arrow Squad? May the force be with you, Arrow Squad, because I ain't finna say what y'all be saying. I'd rather kiss an octopus in the mouth before I say that. But anyway, but I just try to make sure that everything is done to make sure you never get me to say it. If there was a way to raise my mama from the dead, she'd probably say it, but not her son. I would never blaspheme. That's blasphemy. That's blasphemy. Like I said, no. So don't come in with that foolishness. You sound like Panama Jack now, Anyway, but thank you for all that you do and everything. But let's help our brothers out and everything. But when the time comes for Piano Man and Coach Carl and some of the rest of us to get monetized, we hope and pray that we get the same support that you're giving others, because we're supporting them as well. And so big ups again to Be Sharp. And we know that the best is yet to come. Now, I've been saying it for the last couple of days. Since the day, because yesterday, my dad wasn't no Ohio State fan either. So don't. My dad wasn't no Ohio State either. Didn't like him either. I don't think he did. My dad was more of a baseball guy. He loved baseball. He wasn't all that big on football. He was more of baseball and basketball. But he didn't like Ohio State. I'll tell you that much. Mama did, but Daddy did. So anyway, but thankful for all that you do. But when Piano Man's time comes, I want everybody to help Brother Man out. If you want to, only if you want to. But if you don't, it's all fine and do good. Just keep supporting. That's all I ask. Just keep supporting. Double L, what the business is, man. We just talking this morning. I'm just going over some Bama news, some things happening in Bama and everything. Because here in a minute, I'm gonna show y'all something else that's being said in the news. I love getting stories and reading them, because when the season starts, we're gonna be going a different route on some things, and so we do, just stay tuned. But right now, Right today. I'm just doing some stories on this weird Wednesday and wacky Wednesday. We're just gonna just make it happen, everybody. But glad to see 622 in the chat. Glad to see you. Glad that you're here. And Roll Tide, whoever if you're not Alabama, then your team, you just go. You just go. You just go. Make it happen, Cap. Make it happen, Cap. Okay, here we go. But we got a couple other. How can we support right now? Or how can you support me right now? You know what? That's a good Huggy. What's up, man? What's up, Huggy? Man, look here, I'm praying for y'all over there in Auburn land. But I'm not falling for it. I ain't falling for that. I'm not falling for it, Huggy. No, sir. No, sir. I'm not falling for that. I ain't falling for that. I'm not falling for it. Nope. Nope. And nope. That's a trick of the devil. I'm talking about somebody doing stuff the wrong way. Blah, 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 blah. Ain't nobody falling for that. Let August 1st come on. I'm waiting on August the 1st too. That's a new month, and that means somebody gonna have a few days. What's up? What's up, Ephraim? I ain't falling for that foolishness. Everybody hollering, but I was listening to some cat. Y'all say hello. Y'all say hello. Here we go. Y'all say hello to my youngest son. This is my youngest son, Jamal. Y'all say hello to Jamal. He's the only Oregon Duck fan I know. He's the only, besides the folks that like Oregon, he's the only Oregon Duck fan. What's up, son? How the family doing, man? Good to see you. Good to see you. Y'all say hello to my son, man. That's my dog, man. Awesome musician, too. I have two sons that play. Jonathan, his oldest brother, he's on here too. He's not on here this morning, but he's a member of he comes on, but he's a big Alabama fan. And my family's crazy, man. My family's crazy. Good, yeah. That's my youngest, y'all. Man, me and that dude have been through some struggle, boy. I can't even talk about it because I start crying. Me and that dude have been through some stuff. We've seen some stuff together. And matter of fact, I think me and all my kids have. And that's why I love them so, because Dad is transparent with them and everything. How'd he pick Oregon? Hug, let me tell you something. You gonna like this one, Huggy, man. You gonna like this one, my friend. You gonna like this. You ready for this one? The night that y'all played Oregon in the national championship game, he fell in love with Oregon that night. He did. He did. That's the truth. Huggy. That's the truth. I'm telling you. Now, Arrow Squad, if I were you, I wouldn't say too much, because remember now, y'all couldn't beat them, right? Y'all didn't beat them, right? Correct me if I'm wrong now. But that's how all of that came about. I thought, now me personally, Huggy, I thought he was going to start liking, now let me just go on and keep it a buck right here. I literally thought he was going to start liking Auburn because of Cam Newton. I thought now that's who I thought he was going to start rolling with. You know, he surprised me when he started ripping Oregon. That caught me by surprise. And the next thing I know, he was LaMichael James. Yeah, he picked the wrong team. And he's been Oregon. I will have to give my son credit now. He's been Oregon ever since. And so we all know how long ago that was, right? So he's been Oregon ever since. So that's my youngest son, Jamal, man. What's up, player? What's up, player? I'm gonna be out there real soon, man. So you're going to come pick Dad up from the airport. And you already know what my first stop is. That's a joke between me and him. You know where my first stop is, son? Yes, sir, Reebok. If you're ever in the Washington State area, listen to me. You owe it to yourself to go to California Burrito. Lord Jesus Christ. You owe it to yourself. If you're ever in Washington State or around Tacoma, Seattle area, you owe it to yourself to go, you know, you owe it to yourself to go to California Burrito, Tacoma. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yeah. Huggy, he stays loyal to his team. But what I was about to tell y'all was, I got you, man. I got you, spoke. Cause bruh, them doggone tacos and burritos at California Burrito make you hurt yourself. It ain't none of that Taco Bell stuff. Now, if you like Taco Bell, that's cool, fine, and dandy, and everything. But I'm telling you now, though, that California Burrito, that is something serious. Ephraim said he knows Tacoma well. Let me be quiet. Cause I don't want to tell all the business. Cause Ephraim, I think you know that was just a smoke screen, don't you? California Burritos the spot. But see, yes, sir. But that lemonade, my God, today. Thank you, Spoke. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. All right, brother. Okay, KT. What the business is. You know what the business is. Yeah, you know. You know it. What's up, KT? Yeah, buddy. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, man. When I go to Washington, I got to go with the California Burrito. Uh-huh. And KT, what I always say, a time was had. A time was had. Oh, your in-laws in Tacoma? What part, Ephraim? Yes, sir. A time, Ephraim. Every time I go, man, I'm gonna tell you like this. Ephraim, and I'm gonna get on to some more Bama news here in just a minute. Y'all, whenever I go there, a part of me always stays. And I'm telling you, I'm still considering relocating there. I really am. I got two problems. Two of them. Well, I got a bunch of problems, but two of them, for instance, and I would still consider moving there and all that good stuff. And, Pacific Avenue, I know exactly where it is, sir. Yes, I do. Yep. But one thing that's wrong in Washington is that they don't take their football serious enough. Y'all done heard me say that. There's Mr. B Sharp. There he is, y'all. What's good, B Sharp, man? Again, University Place. Yep, I know. Mm-hmm. Yep, know all about it, bro. But they don't take their football serious enough. And then number two, me being from the South, there are just some things I don't think I'm going. Cause see, I'm about to say something I ain't got no business saying. Let me tell you something. I'm very outspoken on some stuff. I'm just point blank, period. It is what it is. I'm just old school about some stuff. And I, it is what it is now. So now I better stay in the South where I can just speak my mind. And ain't nobody gonna do nothing about it. You say some stuff up that way, your butt going to jail. And I can't do my lives from jail. I can hear, I can see the sign now. Free piano man. Free piano. So now I better stay out here. I got good reason to stay. broadcast, have family here, and very close friends and all that kind of stuff. So I think I'll stay here. I just go out there and visit and go to California Burrito and go to the lemonade stand. That's right. Hallelujah. Praise his holy name. And yeah, man. But anyway, in other Bama news, what's up, Spoke? Good to see you, man. Hey, tell Maria and everybody I said hello, all that kind of stuff. Tell them all I said hello. And tell them Pop's got some new recipes he want to try when he get out there, okay? Well, Bino, the GM is here, the producer's here, the governor's here, Piano Man's here, GM is here, man. Everybody's here, Hey, y'all, wait a minute. Something is missing. Somebody's missing. All right. I know I'm probably gonna get messed up here. But have anybody seen Gil and Carla? Anybody seen them? Anybody seen them? You got a CO, you got a corrections officer on the loose, and you ain't seen them. That's right. Come on now. So I just need somebody to pop up him. And 52 days. That's all I got to say. Panama Jack, where your scared self at? You came in here talking all that smack and everything. I don't see you in the chat now. 52 days, and we gonna handle up on you. You first. Okay, Bino, the GM's been on the road since 3. I need you to be careful there, sir. I know you're listening. You and the governor both on the road, and whoever else on the road, yeah. Man, Ephraim, I fly, bro. I got to fly. Alaska Airlines is my best friend. That's right. But yes, ma'am, yes, sir. But anyway, in other Bama news this morning, because this is all leading up to something. We all know that. Before I do this, just hit me in the brain. We all know last night, great interview, great chat last night. Be Sharp with Clint Lamb, man, bruh, that was awesome, bruh. That was awesome last night. Clint broke some things down for us, and not just about Alabama football, but about football in general. The things that are happening in college football. Those are the things that we need to know about. And so, man, I just want to salute B Sharp, bro, because listen, when you're on a roll like that, just keep it going, B Sharp. That's what I'm trying to do. Just keep some things going and everything. But man, that was awesome last night. If you all did not get a chance to be with Sharpshooters last night, go back and listen to that program with Clint Lamb last night. And Clint, if you listen, brother, awesome job, awesome information, awesome content, awesome information. Again, things that we, the fans, need to know, things that we really need to know. He broke some things down about Alabama football, about some of the players, his feelings about some things, and this, that, and the third. Man, I loved that last night. Chat was on fire, everything. And I hope, be sharp, I hope we in the chat made you proud, bro. Yes, he did. He gave some great insight, some things that caused me to think, okay? And that's what I do. I'll listen to y'all and come back and tell y'all what he said, but I also put my own spin on it of what and everything. But that dude gave some insight last night, man. That was just a fire. So, bruh, and be sharp. I hope and pray that, listen, even though we was in the chat, man, I hope and pray that we were keeping the chat going for you. You know what I'm saying? Because that chat is important. That chat is important. I'm being honest with you. The chat is important. So I'm telling you, man, yes, sir. So, and listen, just for future reference, when we enter a chat, please hit the like button coming in. Do that on the first thing in. The host should never have to say, please hit that like button. You know. Good morning. There's Gil. Now, Gil, okay, you're going to answer the question. You got to answer the question. Where's Carla? I just need to know. You know, I just need to know that, you know, I need to know. It's something you need to tell. It's something you need to tell us. Good morning. Some you need to tell. Something you need to tell the chat. Yeah, I'm listening. Can't. Okay. I got you. Good morning. Everybody say good morning to Gil. Good morning, Gil. That's it. But everybody, please hit that like button coming in. And when we enter into other folks' chats and things like that, let's hit that like button. Let's help them out. Let's help all of our content creators out. Yeah. Oh, Clint Lamb is the truth now. Clint Lamb is the truth. I ain't lying to you. And Crimson Cover and all that, man. Let's even subscribe to them. Man, I listen. All these, a lot of these Bama, I ain't gonna say all of them. Yeah, where Gary at? Gary ain't done nothing either. Happy Dwight, I'm with you now. Where Gary at? Where little bro at? I'm about to wonder because I think somebody might be took me up on my offer. Hey, good morning, Patriot Life. Roll Tide to your brother. Roll Tide, man. But that was great last night. I enjoyed every bit of it. And as a podcast and content creator, I grew learning from that. I'm growing, learning from that. You have to know your lane. Know your lane. Know what's happening. Okay. So anyway, we all know that Bama has had one awesome weekend in recruiting, and just a little something that I found that was got so much going on over here on this desk. There we go. Caitlin DeBoer and the new University of Alabama football coaching regime have been on a recruiting spree, scoring 4 separate 5-star recruits with 5 total 5-star commits since March. 3 more 5-stars than any other school, and there's still the potential to land more. That's why I got to get on Jonathan Lewis to find out what's going on with this. Those recent 5-star recruits include wide receiver Darian Morgan, linebacker Xavier Griffin, safety Jira Edwards, running back Xavier Crowell, and cornerback Jordan Edmonds. And here we go. Check this out, Stephen. Alabama is Alabama because since growing up, I've been watching them. Crowell said, I felt like I wanted to be a part of it. So whenever I got the offer my freshman year, I knew I was going there. Just a dream come true. Just committing to the University of Alabama. Now, that's what this guy says. And I got to read this part here. With the Tide position to land a couple of more 5-star commits before signing day, February 4th to 2026 commitment. The 2026 recruitment class could get close to 2 of Nick Saban's best recruitment classes of all time. 2017 and 2021, the Tide landed 7 5-star recruits. Alabama has also been predicted to have 31.1% chance of landing 5-star edge rusher Anthony Jones, who has yet to announce a commitment date. Many naysayers, now here's the part I wanted to get to right here, Keith. Many naysayers doubted DeBoer's ability to recruit in the SEC after taking over for Saban, arguably the greatest coach of all time. But in DeBoer's first year of recruiting, he assembled the 3rd best recruiting class in the country. The 2025 class was led by the highest rated recruit to ever commit to the Tide, quarterback Keelan Russell, who had a 99.62 scout rating, according to On3 Recruiting. Reading it, and this is all coming from Kent Gitley. reporter, even with the third highest ranked class in the country last season. Some Tide fans weren't satisfied because Bama only landed 2 in-state recruits, while Auburn had 12. This year, the board has changed that in a big way, already landing the commitment from 5 in-state recruits alongside 3-star linebacker Zay Hall, defensive lineman Kamarian Johnson, 4-star linebacker Zion Gibson, and 5 stars Morgan and Crowell. And all this kind of stuff and blah, 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 blah. And so the story goes. So here we go. Now let's read this right quick. I'm skipping. Edward says just the culture. The culture really stood out for me. Them producing the guys they produced already and seeing them do well in the league. The Tide currently has the number 5 ranked recruitment class in the country and is quickly climbing up the ranks by the day. So here we go. The recruitment announcements to watch coming up are 3-star linebacker Karen Maycock on July 7th, 4-star linebacker Nick Abrams on the 2nd, July 16th, 4-star defensive lineman Elijah Golden, July 26th, 5-star edge Anthony, better known as Tank Jones. His date is to be determined. Now here's a full list. Just hear me out right quick. Here's a full list as of July the 6th for last week. We have Zion Gibson from Gadsden, Chris Booker from Atlanta, Jamarian Matthews from Gainesville, Georgia, Jordan Edmonds, cornerback Zion Gibson, O-lineman, Chris Booker, edge Jamarian Gordon, cornerback Jordan Edmonds, edge Kamarian Johnson, O-lineman Sammy Utu from Orange, California, quarterback Jet Lamala from Omaha, Nebraska, running back Jabari Bennett from Tampa Bay, safety Raheel Kelly from Cincinnati, Eli Dush, I can't pronounce the Stesh from Franklin, Wisconsin, JJ Fitch, defensive lineman from Indianapolis, running back Xavier Crowell from Jackson, tight end Max Sutter from Dunlap, Illinois, linebacker Xavier Griffin from Gainesville, Georgia, wide receiver Owen Cabell from Nashville, wide receiver Brian Williams from Lake Mary, Florida, wide receiver Sedarian Morgan from Alexander City, defensive lineman Nolan Wilson from Picayune, Mississippi, which is right down the street from me, and Jaire Edwards from Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Safety. Listen, y'all, let me tell you something. This is the reason why I am pulling for our coach, our team, so very much. It's because of the fact that so many people, Michelle, good morning, roll tide. So many people are doubting this guy. They're still doubting him. They're still saying he can't recruit. And he's coming with the come on. Now, like I put on my TikTok the other day, he's not just recruiting the South. This dude is recruiting the whole United States of America. He's doing the doggone thing. And I believe that the best is yet to come. I'm being honest with you. I believe that the best is yet to come. Angela, good morning. Good morning. Wait a minute. Hold up. Yeah, there she go. Good morning, Angela. Roll Tide, good morning. I told you I'm going to make a fan out of you yet. I'm going to make a fan out of you. I'm doing that. Roll Tide, good morning. Yeah. But I want to see our folks. I want to see our folks do what's supposed to do and function. Please hit that like button for me. Please do. Hit it coming on in. Yeah, but I'm pulling for all of our coaches. Now I'm gonna say this now, and here we go. And y'all, you don't have to agree with me if you don't want to, but this is Piano Man's opinion. Y'all ready for this? Courtney Morgan is the MVP. Just trust me on that. Courtney Morgan is the MVP. That's what we were talking about yesterday. Now, it's a reason that USC was wanting him, and watching all of this come to pass. I'm understanding why. I know I sound redundant, but I'm gonna keep saying it. Get the man even more. I mean, as he goes, I can understand he's proven himself, but come on now. Don't let this man get out of your sight. Protect Courtney Morgan at all costs. I'm just saying now, don't, listen, don't let this man get away from you. Protect this man. You didn't miss nothing, JB. You didn't miss a thing. I just said a couple of things, and I'm not going to repeat it because I don't want you to get started. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. But I'm just saying, protect this man at all costs. Protect this man. Protect Courtney Morgan. I'm telling you now, because this dude is a genius. This dude is a genius. Yes, sir. Exactly. Gil, man. This is just some stuff that it lets you know that people are still buying into the Alabama program. That stuff hasn't gone anywhere. It's still there. Bama is still Bama. I don't know where some of these folks are coming up with this foolishness that Bama's going to fade off the scene and nobody's going to want to play there. And then come August the 1st and all that kind of stuff. And Bama's going to lose everybody August 1st. Man, that's hogwash. That's hogwash. That's hogwash. You better speak that thing. And I believe that too, Double L. I believe it too. Yes, sir. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah. I know. They're not a lock. We know. We know that. But I tell you what, but at some point or another, I believe we'll have more that locked in than more that leave. I believe that. The ones that leave are the ones that were unstable in the first place. The ones that leave were unstable in the first place. But I just got a feeling now. I just have a feeling that some things are not going to yeah, I mean, I got that. I understand all of that, but I believe that there are going to be more that will stay than more that leaves. I believe that. I believe that the way that Coach DeBoer is running his staff, running his team, and they've done this evaluation thing. It's like what B. Sharp and them were talking about last night. These evaluations are important. And I've just been saying it just in a much simpler way. Quality over quantity. Quality over quantity. Sometimes you need you don't need all that hoopla and everything, because trust me, a lot of those guys are not going to pan out in different places. I'm saying that in general, not just in a specific way for Alabama. I'm saying it in general. In different places, they don't plan out, and they get all these folks coming and this and that and the third and everything, only to find out these people don't come. So I'm seeing, I'm understanding. I got it. But they're not locked, so we understand. But just give us until December. December's going to say it all. December's going to tell it all. And I'm going to tell you this. And Ephraim, that's for everywhere, sir. I mean, I know Bama's the subject matter, but that goes for everywhere. They're not locks everywhere. We're just hoping and praying that, as far as Alabama goes, Yeah, man. So, yeah, but I got you, Ephraim. You're right. So, which leads me to this. I'm not going to stay on here long. I got some more stuff I got to go do. Piano Man's pretty busy. All of this is just, got a lot going this morning. Oh, yeah, anything can happen in December, a long time away. Yeah, anything can happen. I'm not saying, I ain't arguing that. Yeah, okay, all right. Okay, all right. And OG Gil, in a kind of sort of way, I've heard the same thing, just not quite that eloquently put, but quite that definite. But I've heard that in the wind, my brother. I've heard that in the wind. But I'm telling you now, a lot of, like you said, a lot of things can happen. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. Hold it. Wait just a chicken picking, y'all. Look who is here. Hey, y'all, it's Coach Carl. What's up, Coach?
What's going on with you, sir?
Oh, man. Hey, I'm just enjoying the dream. Brother. How you doing, man?
I'm all right, man. How about y'all? What's going on, everybody in the chat? How y'all doing this morning?
Man, everybody's well, Coach. Everybody's well, bro. Man, y'all give it up for Coach Carl. Yeah, there you go. There go B Sharp to hit you up there, Coach.
What's up, B Sharp?
That B Sharp in the chat. He done hit you up there. B Sharp.
I'm sorry about last night, man. I was in class last night, B Sharp. I couldn't damn watch. The lady went on for 2 hours last night.
Uh-oh. I understand, Coach.
Yeah. I got 2 more weeks, so I took it last night.
We counted down with you, Coach. So, Coach, what's been going on, man, besides class?
Not much, man. Just left football practice. I left early. They ended up working out. I left early, go home, take my medication. Then I go back up there about 10:30.
Oh, okay.
We started doing film stuff. We started doing film work at 10:30. So I go home, take my medication. Then I go back up there about 10:30.
I got you, Coach. Latoya said you missed. Now I'm gonna tell you what, Coach. I'm with Latoya. You missed a good one last night. That doggone Clint Lamb was on target all night. Him, B Sharp, Coach Sean, and Tez, man, great show. The chat was lit up. It was good last night, Coach. You would have been very, very pleased.
I'm gonna go back and watch it, man. I always go back and watch it. So yeah. I'm gonna go back and watch it. I was actually about to get on there and watch it then until I saw you was still online.
Yeah, man. I'm just we just talking a little Bama football here, and we talking about the recruiting and just thing we're looking forward to, and we're hoping that all of our commits stay. But I'm realistic. I know some of them may not stay, but I believe, I just made the statement right before you hopped on, that I believe that more will stay, that we will have more that stay than more that leave.
Yeah.
That's what I believe, that, but I was.
I think.
Go ahead, Coach.
So you think? I think recruiting is off to a hell of a start. I've been seeing lately they've been predicting Tank Jones to Oregon, so that's kind of concerning to me, because that means we'll lose another one of our top players in the state and go out west to play for Oregon. So that was kind of concerning, but everybody trying to crystal ball him to Oregon. I think we still got a shot, so it just got to push it a little harder.
I believe it will surprise me, Coach, if he it will surprise me if he goes to Oregon. But if he does, it's okay, because in that whole grand scheme of things, I think even in the midst of it, we're still going to flip. There's people we're going to flip to. I mean, I know we want to get Tank and everything, and we possibly could. But I also think that there are others out there that we may get. So it'll pan out. But Tank the real deal though, man. Tank the real deal.
Yeah, Tank that guy. He kind of like Harold Perkins Jr. down there in LSU. His
Uh-huh.
freshman year, it's kind of the same thing we got with Tank, man. He come out the edge pretty fast. So he's a solidified pass rusher, speed rusher too. So all you gotta do is get a little bit bigger, a little stronger. And I can see him playing like Harold Perkins freshman year, or playing over there in South Carolina like Dylan Stewart, man. Minutes off the end. So it'll be a huge get and a huge loss. But like you said, if we lose out on Tank, it's a possibility that we can flip somebody else. So this staff know what they're doing. I can't lie, man. I had my reserves in first when they first came in. I was talking to one of my buddies as a lawyer, and when Saban retired, and we were just talking, and first name he came out of his mouth was Caleb DeBoer. I was like, man, I thought about Caleb. I was more on the Dabo swinging trim because Dabo is Dabo. Nothing really gonna change. But at Bama, he probably would have changed because he's in the better program. So I was on the Dabo. He was on the Caleb DeBoer. And then my second guy was Lane. Then when Lane decided he wanted a whole lot of money, I was like, well, shit, if we can't get Lane, might as well just go ahead and get DeBoer because DeBoer is a winner everywhere he went. So but I still have my reserve for the fact that, he had no ties in the South until he brought Cortland Morgan with him. And I knew Cortland Morgan had plenty of ties in the South from the times he was recruited down here. And then when he was at Michigan, he was recruiting real heavy down in Florida and Georgia. So I felt better. So this guy know what they're doing. So if we do lose out on Tank, I think we'll go in Georgia and steal one.
Mm-hmm. Like Ephraim said, and I mean, and I was not refuting Ephraim because Ephraim was right. Just remember the commits are not locks, and that's true. We I believe that, but I also believe that, like I said, we will keep more than we lose, but I also believe we're going to flip some because I'm still up there of the description there. I ascribe to the fact, Coach Carl, winning settles everything. And people will want to come where there's a winning program. They feel like they can play. They feel like they'll be able to go to the next level in whatever part of life that they are pursuing. They can go to that next level. So Bama's gonna stand to win. Like JB said in the previous post, it's a blessing and a curse. So we just have to take the bitter with the sweet and just keep it moving. But I believe we're gonna get some more. But I'm still believing we get Tank though, Coach.
Yeah, me too.
I believe we.
A lot of times when they throw a crystal ball in somebody, that means they got insider information on them.
Yeah. Yes, Lord.
Even though if you commit, like I said, if you commit to Oregon now, we got an opportunity to flip it later. But the only problem is with those kids, the Alabama kids, man, they usually don't flip back and forth. Mm-hmm. We ain't had many do that, in the last few cycles, but that one person that kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We ain't gonna call the kid's name because we don't ban my kid around here.
Yeah, going back and forth, and like what the Bible says, double-minded man is unstable in everything he does. So when you see him like that, the best thing to do is just leave him alone. That's how I see it. But coach, while I have you on the line, though, I want you to. I think I'm gonna. Yeah, I might end with this. I might just go to the next level with it. But I was reading in a article. Coach, I love to read, man, and I love to read articles and this, that, and the third. But what got to me yesterday is when I read this article and it would not download for me, but it said that Georgia, this will be the year that Georgia will be favored in every game that they play. Every game that they play, they will be favored to win the game. Okay. Well, my question was, since they're going to be favored in winning the game, my question is, Coach Carl, because of their schedule, will they run the table? And so I went and looked up another article that was kind of pertaining to the same thing, and it was able to give me Georgia's schedule along with the prediction. So here we go, and just hear me out as much as you can. It starts off by saying last year Georgia opened the year with a convincing win over a ranked Clemson before defeating Tennessee Tech and Kentucky. They were followed in number 4 Alabama by 7 before winning 4 straight, including a win over number 1 Texas on the road. After being upset by Ole Miss, Georgia would close the year with 3 more wins, including an 8 overtime game with Georgia Tech. They would then win a rematch with Texas in the SEC title game before falling to Notre Dame in the playoffs. And then it goes to talk about this, that, and the third. So here we go. Here's what they're saying. I just want to highlight a couple of games, Coach, and I want you to just tell me what you think. They got Marshall. I'm just going to give you the prediction score. They got Marshall game. They got Georgia Pitt to win 42-7. Austin P 57-3. Okay, but when they go to Tennessee, they got them picked to beat Tennessee 31-28. Let me ask you, Coach, do you think that? Tell me what you think about that game, just from Coach Carl's standpoint. Coach, oh, he's muted. Coach, can you hear me?
Hold on, Piano. My sound went away. Say that again.
I said they got in the Tennessee game, they have Georgia picked to win 31-28. Georgia goes on the road to play Tennessee. Just from a Coach Carl's standpoint, just from a coach's standpoint, Coach Carl
31-28. That probably was a score before Nico transferred. After Nico transferred, I don't think it'll be that close. I think Georgia will go in and beat Tennessee at least by 7 points.
Okay, so yeah, and you know what? I didn't think about that, Coach. That this was before Nico left. Yeah, okay. So here we go. Week 5, they play Bama. It says Georgia gets a week off before hosting Alabama. Still, Alabama, JB, you're going to like this, sir. Alabama has won 10 of the last 11 games over Georgia, including winning 41-34 last year. Georgia has not played at home against Alabama since 2015, a game in which Alabama won. Alabama does have a new starting quarterback, but Ty Simpson did have a strong spring, plus he has game experience and looks to be the starter for Alabama this year. Further, Alabama brings back Ryan Williams. Williams brought in 6 catches for 177 yards and a touchdown last time against Georgia. Here's their prediction. Alabama 24, Georgia 21. Tell me what you think, Coach.
24-41.
24-21, Alabama over Georgia.
Alabama wins.
Yeah, Alabama's gonna win. Yeah,
I can see that being probably around about the score, being that Georgia know they hadn't beat Alabama at home in a long time. So I can see Georgia playing a whole lot better at home this time around. They're gonna stop them, playing decent, but end up having a key major turnover late in the fourth quarter that will solidify a win for Bama. I can see that being the case. I also can see a case where, they comes out trying to run the ball at Bama. Bama start the run and make Gunner start in the passing. And Gunner start to don't make the plays that he need to make in the passing game. Bama blow him out.
I got you, Coach. I got you. Well, they got Bama picked to win 24-21. Let me go to, and now this is what's going to surprise. This was surprising right here, Coach. Now check this out. In week 10, they play Florida. Watch this. Georgia has won 7 of the last 8 games against Florida and leads the all-time series as well. Last year, Florida led at the end of the first half off some solid play from DJ Lagway. Still, he was injured during the game, and Georgia would take over from there. Lagway was injured again in the spring, but should be ready by the fall. Florida also has solid weapon in the backfield with Jaden Bow. The defense is returning ample production, and Florida should take a step forward this year. Coach Carl, check this out. In this prediction, they predicted Florida 35, Georgia 31. Tell me what you think.
I mean, it's still on the road. It's still basically a road game for Georgia. They're going back down to Jacksonville to play a game. Florida, if DJ Lagway is anything as advertised, Florida will have a very explosive offense. And I think their defense is better than most people think it is. So I really can't complain about that, man. I think Florida, I say at the beginning of the year, I said Florida probably beat Georgia this year.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
You did. Okay. I'm putting stars by some of these games, Coach, because as the season goes, I want to be able to go back to revisit this. And we all say, okay, we remember that's what they said back in the gap. So, and then the third one on week 12, they said, here we go. Week 12, they're playing Texas. And it says Texas lost 3 times all last year. They will fall in the college football semifinals to eventual champion Ohio State. But the other 2 were to the hands of Georgia. One includes Gunnar Stockton coming in for an injured Carson Beck in the SEC title game. Still, this Texas team has high expectations this year with Arch Manning at quarterback. The defense also has Anthony Hill Jr., who led the SEC in tackles for a loss, paired with a strong pass rush. Texas will be able to confuse Stockton and get the win. Here's the pick. Texas 28, Georgia 24. What you think, Coach?
Let's see. Where they playing at? In Athens?
Yeah, they're playing in Athens.
Week 10, I don't know about that one, man. Honestly, Gunnar Stockton lose to Bama, lose to Florida, and lose to Texas. If that's the case, I don't think Gunnar Stockton is the quarterback that late in the season. Because he go out there and he don't play well against Bama, it's going to shake his confidence. And next week he come back and he don't play well next week. I think they're going to pull the trigger. And the Kirby will go with somebody else unless he absolutely had nobody else at quarterback. I don't think at that point Gunnar Stockton will be the quarterback. Or Mike Bobo won't be the play caller. One of the two. I don't think Georgia lose 3 games this year. They may lose 3 games, but it would surprise me if they lose 3 regular season games this year.
Right.
Even though I don't think there's a talent offensively wise as there have been in recent years, but that's still Georgia. At the end of the day, like I said last year, it's still Oklahoma. That's still Georgia. Georgia still got way more talent on that roster than most schools in the country. So
Right.
It's still Georgia. It's still Kirby. I just don't see Georgia losing 3 games in the regular season this year. And if it does, that's good for us. But I don't see Sark beating him. I just don't think Sark can beat Kirby right now.
Right. I'm gonna tell you what. Now, I'm gonna quote some of our brothers. Coach Sean said a couple of weeks back. if you're going to get Georgia, it's going to be, you're going to have to get them this year.
Yeah, this the year to beat them.
This going to be the year to beat them, because next year, those dudes going to be, those dudes going to be tough to play. You know, they're going to be hard to beat now. And so, if you're going to get them this year.
They're going to be.
Mike made the statement and said that Georgia would lose multiple games this year. Last year, now I know, all of that's, gone and, down the street now. But last year, Georgia was right on the cusp of losing other games. I mean, more games last year than they were than advertised. Let me put you on the screen, Coach.
Yeah, I'm coming up, so I'm gonna get out the.
Okay, there we go. There he is. What's up, Coach? There you go. And so, one of the things that we often forget, that last year, if Kentucky would have had a decent quarterback, just a decent quarterback, excuse me, excuse me, a decent quarterback, Kentucky would have beat them. Georgia Tech should have beat them. So Georgia's been teetering around with that multiple loss thing for a minute, but they always find ways to beat a team. And Auburn should have beat them. And so if you're going to get them this time, it better be this year. Because I think, and I'm just calling a spade right there, Coach. Because next year, those dudes going to be the fire. I'm telling you now.
Now, next year, the defense will be better. Their offensive line will be a whole lot better. The running game probably be the same, because they always going to have a stacked running game. But I don't know if Gunnar Stockton is to be the quarterback. If he's still the quarterback, he'll be better next year. You never know with quarterback situation. If he don't play well this year, you can't guarantee he'll be better next year, because they'll be going in a different direction trying to find another quarterback. You'll transfer a guy, or they'll be trying to find somebody on their roster. And right now, if he's the starter and they were trying to find somebody in the transfer portal eventually before, that means they don't have a whole lot of confidence in Gunnar Stockton or anybody behind them. That's why they was in the transfer portal trying to get a quarterback in the beginning. So you never know, man. I think Georgia gonna have to go out there, and Kirby gonna have to just suck it up, and he got to swing for the fences, man, and get one of them top tier high school quarterbacks, man, coming out of high school, going into college. He got to go out there and try to get one of those top tier quarterbacks. And he can't make the quarterback no promises, man. Just let him come in, let him work. And you can't get a 5-star quarterback and put him in there behind a struggling guy that he know that he can go out there and make a few plays, and the guy struggling like hell, and they transfer. Justin Fields transferred, like you took Justin Fields over Jake Fromm. Justin Fields transferred. Then Dylan Raiola coming in there to my playing behind Carson Beck for 2 years. That kid went Nebraska, started and had a good year last year. So you got all these recruits. Everybody want to play for Georgia, just like they want to play for Bama. But Georgia don't play quarterbacks. Like, you can't be too loyal with a quarterback. Like Kirby doing the same thing that Nick Saban was doing, being too loyal with players, because he got it from Coach Saban. So Kirby just got to get in there and play the best of the best, like he was doing when he was winning. He had better quarterback on the roster, but Stetson Bennett was performing. So you kept Stetson Bennett rolling. Even though you had a better guy than Stetson, you kept rolling with Stetson because Stetson was winning. It's not playing favoritism. They're playing to the conference of the team. Everything around him, he made better. He had veteran guys, but he brought Brock Bowers in. Brock Bowers was the best player, and Brock Bowers started. But it just got to do better, man. Like, in the quarterback situation, he got to do better. He played a lot of freshmen on all positions, but he don't give him the rock at quarterback. So if your freshman is your best quarterback, whether he can understand and he know the system very well or not, you got to train the kid up, put the kid in the game, let him turn out, and let him go, man. Because I think that's his biggest problem. They can't get a top tier quarterback, and I'm happy. I'm really happy that they can't, because with the talent that they have, they get a top tier quarterback. This shit, Georgia be ruthless.
Yep. Especially and they will be just as ruthless on offense as they are on defense. And when you find them like that, when you find a team that's ruthless on both sides of the ball,
It pausing.
it's poison, man.
Pause.
They be singing that Bill DeVoe song. That team poison.
Yeah, when they already on defense, man. With most schools, as soon as they show up, the bus come down the street with most schools, and they be looking in the damn stadium when they say Georgia here. Most teams start on defense, offensive wise, start shaking in their damn boots. Like Texas, man, last year they rolled into Austin, got out that bus, walked in the stadium. You could see the pulse in the crowd when Georgia pulled up. Like the crowd down said, "Oh." Yeah, when they walked on the field, Texas was out there exercising. Georgia just walked on the field. They ain't even run out. They just walked on the field like shit. We here. You looked around and you could see. You could start seeing how Texas player was looking all crazy, man. Like they didn't want to look down at Georgia. That they was already intimidated. So they was intimidated by Georgia from getting out the bus. Prior the whole week before, they was intimidated by Georgia. So that's why Georgia went in there and beat them. And Texas had the better team. Definitely had the better quarterback. So I don't know, man. I think Georgia defense is being so elite. Georgia had that Alabama fear that like we had that fear when Bama got out the bus, everybody was shaking because defense was coming. That's Georgia defense. Like everybody was shaking because Kirby coming. We're gonna get back to that. So but don't nobody get nervous about us getting out the bus but Georgia. Like Kirby know the difference to everybody else. Kirby be like, oh shit, here come Bama, but everybody else be sitting there like, man, they ain't nobody.
Right.
They go out and play, and they ain't nobody. So
it's like Kirby to me understands that Bama mystique, and it's still a part of his. It's still a part of his mindset. It's a part of his psyche. He understands that Bama mystique, but I think that over the time, and I got to put this up here because I understand which way you're coming from, Stephen. Well, understand this, man. I understand which way you're coming from, but you have to give a team their props, man. I mean, you have to give them their props. You may not want to, but Georgia, let's put it this way. Georgia can beat everybody but us.
But us. Georgia
can beat everybody but us. It's like we're in their head. We're in their head. And when you get a person's mind, okay, I'm gonna liken it like this. If and I'm going back old school again, Coach Carl. I'm going back to Muhammad Ali. He had even said it, God rest his soul. Ali said the majority of the time when he fought a guy, the guy to a certain degree was better than he was. But he knew he looked for weaknesses in the guy, and he knew he could get in his head. And when he got in his head, that was over half the battle right there. When he put them skills to it, that dude, he rendered them powerless. That's the way Alabama does Georgia. But the problem with Bama as of late has been we're in nobody else's head like that. We've got to get back to that, to playing like that. And that comes through play. That comes through execution. And when you execute like that, like I still go back, Coach Carl, and watch when Jonathan Allen jumped through the air and hit that dude.
Superman tackle.
People scared to play you.
Yeah.
That's what makes them scared to play you, when a dude is willing to sacrifice his body and just to get you, to keep you from scoring or get a first down, whatever. We got to get back to that. You got to get back to when Minka Fitzpatrick would just knock your helmet off your head. That's what you got to get back to, and that's what that's where that fear factor come in. Am I right, Coach?
Oh yeah. Like Ebony said, my friends from Georgia have selective amnesia when it comes to Bama. Hey, that is the key, man. Georgia do have amnesia when it comes to Bama. Like Georgia, yeah, man, when it comes to Alabama and Georgia, man, it's different. Georgia know they can't beat Bama. They only beat Bama so many times. It's Auburn knows that it's a rivalry they can beat Bama. Tennessee knows that if they play the right game, they can probably beat Bama. LSU have confidence that they can beat Bama. Georgia has no confidence that they can beat Bama. All they do is show up and hope that they can beat Bama. Most teams shows up with confidence that they can, but Georgia shows up with hope because it happens so very, it happens so slim. Like it basically never happens. They won in 11 in the last 11 tries, but they beat every single body else. They beat Texas, the number one team in the country, twice. Texas was number one when they went out to Austin and beat them. Texas was number one when they came into the SEC championship and beat them. They beat the number one team twice in one season. But you can't beat Bama. And if Nick Sherry was anything like a play caller, Bama beat Georgia by 40, not by 6. So you got to think about that, man. So we had an incompetent play call last year. We would have beat Georgia by 40. If we had Ryan Grove last year and Ryan Grove didn't go to Seattle, we win the national championship last year with Jalen Miro. Easy. Because now you got a competent play caller with a true dual threat quarterback. And all summer long, Jalen will be working on intermediate throws.
Yeah.
Nick Sheridan worked on what he do best, throw the ball deep. So he kept going boom, 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 bombs down the field. Ryan Grove takes away what you do best when you're practicing. And he makes you do what you can't do when you're practicing. So if all you do is throwing bombs down the field when you're practicing, when we get to practice, I don't want to see no deep balls down the field. I don't throw that crap on my field. I want to see everything checked down, intermediate throws, the crosser. I want to see the boots. I want to see the outs, the digs. You hit these constant, and then you earn your right to throw the deep ball. But until then, we ain't even running no go routes. We running everything across the middle, outs, in, digs, curls, comebacks. We're doing everything short, intermediate. So all you can do is hit these. Hell, you'll start missing those go balls because you'll be practicing on this short stuff so much. That's what you do with a quarterback. If quarterback struggles in a spot, you make him work on that spot every single day. Well, even with me with my corners, man, I just eat my corners and my safeties up today because they always trying to jump and lunch at a receiver. I eat their asses up. Screw my friend piano. It tears my skin. When we know we square up, we wait for the wide receiver to commit, and then we commit. We don't commit until they commit. We stand square until they commit. But they lunch at a guy and you get beat. No, man, that just kills your defense. The same thing with quarterbacks. Quarterback struggle intermediate throws. You make the quarterback practice on intermediate throws. So if we had a company play call last year, we win the national championship. That's easy because couldn't nobody stop the offense but us. We stopped ourselves. And the defense came on in the second half of the season, wasn't giving up no points. So when the defense turned up in the second half of the season, wasn't giving up no points. Only time people scored when the defense got tired because the offense couldn't move the ball or the defense got frustrated in short yardage. No, we gave up short yardage to Michigan. How many times, Piano Man? Like 6-7 times. They only scored twice. So that lets you know that the defense is where it's supposed to be. Offense just wasn't on the same level as the defense. Our offense need to be better than the defense, and the defense is like I played the game last night. Defense rated was 96, right? I bought it last night, tried it out. Defense rated 96, offense rated 89. So that lets you know that offense down to Ryan Grove. Again, Ryan Grove's more credit because last year the offense was 83.
Coach Ephraim wants your take on Womack's 4-2-5.
Best defense in the country. Period. The best defense in the country. With spread offenses right now, the way everybody's spreading the ball out, trying to spread you out, then use the whole field, you can't play a better defense than 4-2-5. You can switch it up to a 3-3 stack, but you're playing in 3-3 stack. In the stack, one of your linebackers is still the fourth rusher. So even though you're in the stack, you got a fourth rusher coming out the edge. Either one of the linebackers, the Will or the Sam, somebody's a fourth rusher. So you still end up playing a 4-2-5. So it's never going to be that 3-3 stack. So it's always going to be a 4-2-5 because somebody's going to have to rush. And if you don't get the third rusher, you just open up the damn field for run plays, continue to run the ball at you. And once you get to going downhill, run the game at you, and everybody start biting, then you start throwing the ball on top of your head. So the 4-2-5, man, as long as these guys do their job, it's the best defense to run. The nose guard takes cross the center face and attack the damn guard. The tackle cross the tackle face and attacks the guards. In the 4-2-5, you take both guards out. That means neither guard can pull. If guards don't pull and get to the linebackers, then the running backs don't have holes because the linebackers filling all the gaps. Now you have to throw the ball. And once we force you to throw the ball with the 5 DBs playing vision coverage, it's more deflection, it's more opportunity for picks, it's more opportunity to knock somebody's head off, trying to decleat them from getting to the ball. So when you're playing 4-2-5, as long as your two interior linemen attach the guard, we don't worry about the center because linebackers beat centers all day. So as long as they attack the guards and keep the guards from chip blocking somebody to the center and climbing and getting to a linebacker, your defense is basically up fantastic, man, because it's hard to beat. That's why, I mean, you're right. That's why I call it good wall, big wall of hell now. So longer the two defensive interior do their job, like James Smith and Tim King III do their jobs, crash down on the guard. Or if they crash the guard, boom, and the running back comes in that gap, they still gonna make the play because all you gotta do is crash the guard in so he don't pull, and then you still sit there and contain the gap. And that's how you play the 4-2-5. Last year, the guys weren't doing it. Like they was trying to make plays instead of crashing the guard down, pushing the guard out the way so the guard can't pull, guard can't trap block, this and that. You know, you're trying to do pin and pull. If the tackle pin, another tackle pin the D tackle, then you pin the guard so the guard can't pull. It's all about. So defense, like 4-2-5 defense, is about collapsing the two guards and then letting the linebacker roll free. So if you do that, can't nobody run the ball on you. Can't nobody really pass the ball on you. So I think it's the best defense in football.
And coach, that's why I said I like that 4-2-5, especially the two. I love the 4 and the 5, but give me that 2 because those linebackers are free to roam and free to go from sideline to sideline if need be. But it also gives them that option of playing straight ahead and reading, because see, once that linebacker, once that running back has like if he hits the wall there and tries to break it out, tries to cut outside, the linebackers are there to bring containment. DBs can come up too, especially when they know that it's a running play and everything. And the offense is committed to the run. Everything is about containment at that point right there. So make sure that nobody gets behind you or gets outside of you like that. It's a swarming D. I mean, it's a swarming D.
It's a swarming D. But the thing about the linebackers, piano man, when you start talking about a running game, if the tackles do that, if tackles take away the guard, say, like I said, if that outside tackle is LT Overton, right? If he crashed down and takes the guard, or he takes the tackle, push the tackles into the guard, and still set the edge, like he just crashed down and set the edge, quarterback can't keep it. Can't keep it. So now you're gonna make the quarterback hand the ball off, right? And then if your nose, Tim King III, cross the center face and catch the other guard, crash him down, the running back don't have a hole. He got to go back into the wheel linebacker. That only way to cut back, you're gonna cut back into the wheel. If you bounce it outside, you bounce it outside to the DN that's standing out there with the wolf position. And when the wolf pushes you back into the mic. So every single gap is covered. And if you mess around and string it too far, the corner come down and then it's a tackle for loss. So the way the defenses are made, you stringing everything. You make everything, pushing everything back to the linebacker so the linebackers make all the plays. That's how you get first round linebackers in the 4-2-5. Because if everybody do their job, they push everything back into the middle of linebackers. But if the linebackers are jumping, trying to jump from gap to gap, so you got B gap, you stay in the B gap. If you jump out here to C gap and the running back cuts back up behind you, that's when the problems start unfolding on 4-2-5. I know a lot of folks, like I just see Steven say he like the 3-4 defense. 3-4 defense gonna get you burnt. It's just gonna get you burnt. And no matter how you play it, you're gonna have to put a linebacker in the slot on a corner in the 3-4 on the slot receiving 3-4 defense. You can't drop the safety down. Drop the safety down, now you're playing zero. Zero coverage against the speed of the SEC is a disaster. So you can't play zero unless you got studs, like true studs. And we got studs at corner, got studs in the slot, but we do know that our safeties are not that fast. So you
Right.
can't play 3-4 and put a safety inside the slot like we did on Tennessee, and then you see this guy Hyatt running down the field consistently by himself. That 3-4 defense, that's what the 3-4 give you. 3-4 give you burnt. So you don't have a stud safety, you get burnt. Even Caden Downs got burnt in that 3-4 defense. So 3-3-4 really don't work, man. It worked in the old days with spread offense. It don't work. Somebody like Georgia, you can run a 3-4 defense or 4-3 to make Georgia pass because Georgia tight end heavy. But you can't run a 3-4 against a spread team. You run a 3-4 against a spread team, you're gonna have a problem. And that's one of the problems Nick Saban had running 3-4. That's why he switched over to the 4-2-5. A lot of folks didn't realize he was running it because the guys didn't know how to run it because they never ran it before, and they gave up some big plays because they was out of place, jumping different routes where they should have been sitting in the spot.
That 4-2-5 is designed to take that run pass option away from you, especially if you're proficient in running it. A good quarterback, man, will know how to maneuver, but a good defense. I was taught from the old school coach called a good defense will shut a good offense down any day. Just like in baseball, good pitching will shut down good hit. I'm just saying now. And so when that 4-2-5 is when you were describing it, how it goes, and you got this one doing this one and that one pushing into that one, then you got containment coming up from the rear and everything. That's poetry in motion. That's poetry in motion. I mean, you can't get no better than that. That's why I'm a fan of it now. I'm from the day of the 4-4 doomsday, 5-3, things like that. But that 4-2-5, man, I ain't never seen nothing like that in all my life, especially when it's ran correctly and everybody understands their assignment and their role in every situation. Because there's so many different variations that goes with it until it's confusing. And
Yeah.
you know,
It's a lot of different variations of 4-2-5. K Womack runs a different variation from what I ran in high school. Like when we was running in high school, we didn't crash down. We didn't crash the guard when I was running high school because we didn't have all the talent to try to crash the guard. So we just played gap integrity when I was running the 4-2-5. Everybody had a gap. You control your gap. Don't nobody run the ball. And then you control your zones in the backside. It's hard to pass the ball. So we played it kind of like that. Even though we was at a small school, we didn't have a lot of players. We played the 4-2-5 a little bit different than most. So like Kalen Womack runs a different. He runs like 3 or 4 versions of 4-2-5. So you have to really pay attention. Even when you see him in like they look like they're in 3-3 stat, they actually in the 4-2-5. Because it just look like that. They give you different showings and then they roll back into it. Like they'll show cover too high and roll down into a robber. They'll roll over to a 3. They roll over to 4, roll over to 6. A lot of folks don't know what 6 is, but you roll over to a 6, you roll over to a 9, but it's all in the 5. So it just depends on how they line up, man. They can line up and then they be in the 4-2, and then they'll drop the linebacker and run a 3-3 stat. Had the linebackers drop into the flat with the edge rusher, which is probably what they call it, the wolf, a drop into the flat. And then now you got the wolf got flat container, quarterback container on outside, running back container outside, and flat responsibility. So it's so many different ways to run the 4-2-5, man. It just had the defense is the ones that you got to know your assignment and do your job. That's period. Just do your job. Do your one part of the 11 people on the field. Don't try to jump over here and do Deontay Lawson job. Do your damn job and let Lawson do his job. If Lawson don't do his job, let somebody correct Lawson. As long as you doing your job, the play, if Lawson don't do his job, you still don't get burnt down the field and beat for a touchdown because everybody doing the job. Everybody's sitting in their zone. You got your lanes. Everybody staying in their lanes. You're gonna have to throw the ball. You got to drop the ball off short anyway. Everything is dinking and dunking. You can't throw the ball deep on top of the 4-2-5 unless somebody don't do their job.
right.
That's it. Period.
And when you jump short, when you have to dump them short and everything, that keeps all your unless the linebacker missed the tackle. That keeps the yardage to a minimum.
Yep. Short
I'm
yardage.
telling you, and I'm gonna tell you something else about dumping short. When I played linebacker, I used to love for them to dump short because it gave me chance to give some momentum. And if I hit you, you gonna up that ball, man. I'm telling you, either you gonna up it and you gonna miss it, or you gonna up it on a fumble because it's all about momentum at that point. And when you hit that bad boy coming short, that dope pass don't do so well. And I ain't even trying to hurt nobody, but somebody gonna
yeah. If your quarterback had those nerves to drop it off short in front of, and you're a slot receiver or X or wide receiver, and he drop it off in front of linebacker, you just get up and go on the sideline and smack your damn quarterback. You should go smacking. Now, a tight end or somebody, that they get paid to go across the middle and get killed. But you send a slot receiver across there in front of a linebacker and get the head tore off, just get up, turn around, walk back in the huddle, and slap the quarterback. This like, and get on the sideline. I got you when you're on the sideline, busting. That's your ass.
Singletary, Dick Buckers, Ray Lewis, all your great ones play. They live for a wide out to have to come through that middle because they knew good well he wasn't getting paid for that. That's what you do. That's tight end responsibility. That's even coming H-back coming. H-back responsibility coming out like that. Not anybody coming to a slot receiver. No, that's suicide. And I love them suicide moments, man. I love them.
They do suicide moments. Quarterbacks get rattled. Like quarterback get rattled real fast, and he don't get that slot receiver time to clear the linebackers and get the man killed because they rattled. They do it a lot, man. So as long as defense plays their keys, man, I don't see Bama losing. Offense can play terrible and still get 5 or 6 points a game, 5 or 6 field goals, right? We get 5 field goals at 15 points, 6 you get 18. I just don't see the defense if they play the right key, get a little pressure, defensive line, do their job. I just don't see a lot of people scoring.
Right.
So I'm looking at this defense this year be right around the 9.8 points a game type of defense, no more than about 10 points a game average on defense. And if we average 10 points and kicking 5 field goals or 4 field goals, hell, we still win all our games. If we got 4 field goals a game, we still win every single game. So, and I am not saying that the offense are not capable of putting up points, but I'm just saying the defense has so much talent and it has so many multiples that it's gonna confuse a lot of teams, even Georgia, because they run so many multiples. So long as offense is competent and move the ball just a tad bit, I can see us just molding over teams, man. Honestly. By week 4, we get ready to go in there bye and walk into Athens week 5. I just see them this team, man, just isn't clicking on all cylinders at that point.
Right. Everyone wants to know, is Jefferson a cover linebacker?
Jefferson is a thumper. Jefferson is more like a plug linebacker. He can cover in space on the edges, but he's not that well in the middle of the field. That's more like that's kind of why they brought in Justin Hill. Justin Hill is a zone. He's a zone linebacker, so he can play that wheel linebacker in the middle. He drops into a zone. He play really good zone coverage. He play outside leverage, inside leverage. So I see Justin Hill as a better linebacker than Jefferson, but Jefferson is a senior linebacker, so he should get some rep. I think I like Mekhi Green as a linebacker better than I do Jefferson because he's a thumper and he drops well in zone. He plays zone really, really well. He don't play man that well, but he played zone better and he's a thumper. So if it was me, I'd get Green more damn reps than I would Jefferson. I get Jefferson reps on first down, and first and second down, maybe third down. I bring in Green or just mix it up first down, second down, third down, kind of like that. But I think Green is a better linebacker right now.
Yeah, I know Agent Zero can't cover. Can't cover. That's not his game.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Neither him or Jefferson cover. So that's what you seen last year that on third down, Jefferson on the sideline and Jahai Cameron was the only linebacker in the game
Yeah,
because Jefferson couldn't cover. They even had Quay Rusau last year backing him up in the wheel last year, playing a little bit of a wheel on third down. So I mean, I see you, Larry Lloyd, about Jefferson being a 4-4 linebacker. 4-4 don't mean you got coverage ability. 4-4 mean that you fast. You can
yeah,
play sideline to sideline. You can track balls down. You can get to the point of contact really, really fast. So it don't mean that you can run. You can play in space. The difference in playing in space, man, when you dropping in coverage, you have a zone. You got to get in your zone. If you don't know how to get to your zone and then turn around and look for work, it's all about defense, man. You get in your zone and nobody in my zone, and then somebody run past your zone because you're not looking for work. That's what happens with a lot of time with linebacker with Lawson last couple of years. Lawson would drop in his zone, don't see nobody that he won't turn around and look for work. He's just sitting in his own. Then the guy come across the middle in the slant, or post, skinny post right behind the linebacker and wide open because he ain't looking for work. You just drop to your zone, and if ain't nobody in your zone, you keep your eyes moving, looking for work. So you see, oh, damn, he's going to cross. I jump this crosser right here, take the cross out. Then that's how you hit the defense. Oh, I see the running back stricken across the middle. I drops down and then I cover the linebacker in the middle, not just sitting in my zone. As soon as you recognize the guy coming, you drop down and close it. They sit and wait till the guy get in front of them and then they want to chase him. So that's the issue with linebackers. Linebackers don't recognize stuff faster than safeties do.
yep. And one thing about being a linebacker too, Coach, and like I said, I played the position many a day. One thing about being linebacker is you're the equivalent on the offense as a game changer. You either change the game for the better, or you change the game for the worse. And when I say for the better for the rest of your squad, it'll be the worst for your opponent. But you can also change the game from the worst when you don't understand your position and you play out of position, and you allow the offense to pull you out position because you're not thinking and you won't listen to your coaches. But I'm just saying now, that linebacker position ain't no joke, and it's not for the weak of heart either. It's not for the weak of heart. You can't be you got to be a thumper. You got to carry the best of both worlds being a linebacker. You got to be a thumper, but you also have to be finesse, so you can screw up back there and cause everything go haywire if you ain't careful.
You can drop in your zone and you realize ain't nobody coming, and you don't drop far enough. And like I said, then somebody hit the skinny post right behind your head, 2 yards behind your head. You jump, and then you still ain't deep enough to get there. So it's a lot, man, at linebacker. That's why they say the linebacker is the head of the defense, because linebacker had all the checks, all the keys. He got to make all the reads. He got to be able to sit in the right zone. He got to know the depth of the zone that he's running. You got to know the type of offense somebody running. Whether you got trips on one side, the single on the other side, or they in, spread, no back, 5 wide type of damn set. They in the deuce. 2 receivers on each side. We call it deuces. They in 12 formation. They in 11 personnel. Like, you got to know everything. You can sit in the 20s and the 30s. If you're not comfortable at identifying what you're doing and making the check calls and telling the defense, well, we playing 20, we playing 30, you're never going to be a really good linebacker. That's why I think a lot of linebackers struggles when they come into college, learning the keys, and then when they get in the pros, on the keys changes. Like, you learning in college everything you do, and then in pros they tweak it because everybody knows the keys in pros. So different coaches in pros, they go out, they adding this, man, then they start tweaking the calls. They don't call 20s and 30s and stuff like that. They start calling different names set when you in pros. So you still got to understand everything the same from Pee Wee League all the way up to the NFL. Every single thing the same. Only difference is who calling the plays, what the names of the plays, how they call the plays. That's the only thing changes. It's the concept, the personality, and the damn schematics of the football game. It's all changed, but a lot of people don't get it. A lot of people be smart, but they ain't, educated smart. Like, you got smart defensive backs, but they may not be 4.0s in school. They be hell of a football players on the field. They may be a 2.3 in college, but they'd be a 4.0 on the football field. So then you got the 4.0s in the classroom, and then they be 2.0s on the football field or 1.7 on the football field. So it's different. It's a different mentality. It's a different type of education, man. So if you don't take the time to learn it, it's really, really hard. Can't lie, it's hard.
Ephraim asked, why did Vandy's game plan work against the Bama defense?
Because Bama defense didn't have an opportunity to study for Vandy game plan. Vandy had a week off. Vandy came in a week off, and then they changed their whole schematics. They went from one offense to another offense on a week off. You didn't have a chance to prepare for it. So when you show up to a team and your whole game plan is on one type of offense, and then they roll out a new offense on you that ain't nobody seeing you run, it's hard to adapt. When you go in halftime, you usually adapt at halftime. You can't do it on the sideline after every series because you don't have enough time to go ahead and do this kink, that can't change, this thing change, that thing change, this personnel to that personnel. You really don't have a lot of time to do it on the sideline between series. So you do it at halftime. You go into halftime, you make your halftime adjustment, you make your checks, you make your damn subs. Then you put people in a predicament to do what you do. Come back outside, and then you should be implementing what you're doing. Vandy had a 14-point lead on us at halftime. So that's how they got to the point where we couldn't stop them. And then in the second half, when we started making plays, they changed the defense, they changed the offense a little bit and started throwing the ball more downfield. And then that left us open for some subjected for some more runs because we had to end up swapping the defense again and on the fly, and then Vandy went back to the original offense. That's why they couldn't stop Vandy.
I'm gonna tell you this: that option, they ran that, and I'm talking about their run pass option. They ran that the old-fashioned way, with the quarterback. They're a speedy quarterback who was very, very intentional in everything that he did. They took it straight to Bama, and Bama in the past has always had problems with a speedy quarterback like that, running that run pass option to perfection the way that they did. They caught Bama slipping, and Bama, like Coach said, they didn't have time to prepare for that. And
they didn't. It ain't the Nick Saban Bama, right? Nick Saban Bama struggle with the run pass option. This defense shouldn't struggle with run pass option. They ran the difference between the old school offense. Vandy had old school offense mixed with new school offense. They were running the quadruple option. They were running the old triple option. They had the running back, the fullback, quarterback, and the passing game at the same time. So they were running quadruple option. They had so many ways to beat you. It's hard to stop an offense when you have no time to prep for it. So they had, man, if that guy come here, hand off to the running back, he having the running back pocket, the running back won't pull it, he'll turn around and hand it to another guy, the guy come up to get going. He'll pull it, fake it to this guy, fake it to that guy, he'll keep it. Then he'll pull it, fake it to this guy, fake it to the guy, then go down the field. They had so many options come out that option play that they had that we didn't never know. And when the safety started creeping down here trying to start the run, that's when you throw a bombing on top of them. And kind of how they kept doing. So Vandy had a very good game plan last year. I like it because they gave Texas hell, damn near beat Texas, damn near beat Georgia. They beat us. They beat Auburn. They damn near beat Tennessee. They beat Kentucky. Like, just think about it, man. If Bama win 3 of those games that they lost by 1 score, shit, Vandy in the playoff.
Yeah.
Last year. So we can't say Vandy won a good team. They just had a hell of an offense last year. The defense wasn't that strong, but the offense was hellified, and they lost a lot of games by 1 score. 1 score. Texas, Georgia. 1 score.
They had that juggernaut last year, but I'm gonna tell you this: Vandy won't slip up. Vandy, let me see, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, teams like that, they're not gonna sneak up on teams this year.
No,
they're not gonna sneak up on them. I'm just saying now. They're not gonna sneak up on them. Teams are gonna take them a lot more serious this year, and I believe that's why with those two teams that I just mentioned, that's why I don't believe that they'll have the same success as they had last year, because teams are going to take them serious this year, and they're gonna come out and get them. You know, just gonna be honest with you. So Vandy just had that. Vandy had our number, but we wasn't the only ones. Vandy had a whole lot of folks' number last year. Had a lot of, and they ran that same offense. So even with strong defense, let's just take Georgia for instance. Even with that strong Georgia defense, Vandy ran all over them. Georgia just ran enough plays
to win,
to beat them. We did. That's what the difference was. But like Coach Carl just said, you take away a couple of those losses that Vandy had, and Vandy's in the playoffs. That's how close they were.
They're definitely in the playoff. I mean, easily. If you take away a couple of them close, three of them close losses that they lost by one score, and when they was leading in the fourth quarter, like they lead in the fourth quarter and lost by one score. You just think about that. If they hold on to some of those victories, man, Vandy in the playoff easily, and probably win a first round game. That's the difference. And you're talking about some of the best doctors in the country now.
Come on now. I like I said, I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm gonna give teams their props and give them their flowers because it's due. You see what I'm saying? I'm not. What's the word? I ain't brown nosing or nothing like that. I'm just calling it for what it is. Those dudes played some hellified football last year, and it was pretty good. And they were like 2 or 3 losses away from being in the playoff.
Yeah. And you think about it, we lost to Vandy, which hurt the whole Alabama program. You know, first time we ever lost to Vandy. Like Vandy ain't came close to beating us ever. Like, so I mean, we know how bad that hurts. But I want to tell you what hurt the most. Vandy had a better team than Tennessee. Mm-hmm. And we lost to Tennessee. Tennessee was trash, man. Like, we lost to a trash ass quarterback. Man couldn't even throw the ball 20 yards down the field, get a completion. We still lost to him because we had those turnovers. The thing about that, we lost to a trash Tennessee. We lost to a very good Vandy, but a trash Tennessee. And we lost to a hurt Oklahoma. So anything hurts more than Vandy loss is Oklahoma and Tennessee. Those were the 2 worst losses that we could have had. And then we didn't show up against Michigan in the Halls. We thought Michigan, because they didn't have all the studs they had the year before, we just thought they were going to lay down and not show up because they top defensive ends and players like that didn't play. We figured they were just going to roll over and die. And we came out there and they didn't roll over and die. They came over there and put boots at our asses. But we lost to a Tennessee team that was trash. I know Tennessee made the playoff, but Tennessee was trash. You can't give me, don't come there. They got a good receiver. They had a decent quarterback. They had a really good running back. Hellified cone and a safety. But outside that, Tennessee is trash, man. Vandy should have beat Tennessee by 30.
And remember, I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Tennessee, that same Tennessee team, lost to Arkansas. Arkansas. Think about that for a minute. Arkansas beat Tennessee. I was watching that game when it happened. I watched it as it unfolded. Arkansas. And everybody know Arkansas wasn't all that. But Arkansas played those guys to the point to where, go back and watch, if for those that's talking about Tennessee, go back and watch the Arkansas-Tennessee game and look at how confused Arkansas had Tennessee.
With that 3-3-5.
Yes, had them confused. Nico didn't know his head from third base. Telling you now, Nico, that Arkansas. So when Tennessee marched into Ohio State, everybody knew what was about to happen to Tennessee.
Yes.
Everybody knew.
They talking about Tennessee gonna beat Ohio State. Man, Ohio State gonna beat Tennessee by 30. Yeah, I mean, period. It was no chance Tennessee was gonna beat Ohio State. 0.
Everybody knew what was about to happen to Tennessee. That was it. That was it.
We knew Tennessee was gonna beat Georgia. Everybody thought Tennessee was gonna beat Georgia because they beat us. I told him Tennessee trash, man. That team is trash. They probably better now that Nico's gone because they don't have to worry about focusing all that attention on Nico. But Nico was the damn setback to that team. I really do believe because they played so much better the year before. And then the next year when you the starter, the offense go down. Man, no way in hell Josh Hyper offense don't put up enough production. 20 points a game. Josh Hyper offense. Man, Josh Hyper was scoring 50 on us. He was dropping 50 on teams. Every team in the they played again, they were dropping 45, 50 points. There's no way that offense falls off that bad when you supposed to have a better quarterback. Like Nico's supposed to be better than Hayden Hooker. So how you fall off that bad when you supposed to have a better quarterback? You got the same talent or a little bit better talent at wide receiver, better running back, better offensive line, and then you still got worse. So nah, man. Quarterback held them back. That's why they were trash. He was trash. Now I say that 7 days a week.
So UT is that we talking about University of Tennessee on the come up big time? Okay, if you talking about Tennessee, we gonna see. Okay, that like you said in that we about to find out. We gonna see. I don't think so. I think y'all will be a little better, but I think some of those games that if this is Tennessee, we talking about it's gonna be some games you gonna lose.
I mean, now when he was saying Tennessee was good, he was just trolling because he know Tennessee was trash. Now he's saying that they're gonna be better, and they did all that without a quarterback. Exactly, y'all did that without a quarterback because y'all starting quarterback wasn't all that good. $8 million man who didn't even deserve to get $8 million. So I mean, I can see Tennessee being better with a quarterback that has approved itself. Y'all don't have no expectation for the quarterback. Nobody in the country has any expectation for your quarterback. So it's all up for him. If he stayed down in the spot where he at, 13th in the country, or 13th in the SEC, top quarterbacks, like he number 13th something in the SEC. If he stayed at 13, it ain't a letdown. I mean, that's his prediction. That's his projection. If he end up at 8, shit, it's a hell of an improvement for Nico last year, right? If he end up at 8, what if he end up at 4? Tennessee back in the playoff game.
Yep. You keep saying fall off, but they made the playoffs. But so did other teams make the playoffs. A lot of teams make the playoffs. A lot of them made the playoffs. That don't necessarily they won the game. Okay, let's look at it I just look at it in wins and losses. A lot of teams that were in the playoffs last year, they were not necessarily just per se good. They got the wins and the losses. That's what the difference is, wins and losses. Because to listen to Tennessee talk, y'all was supposed to win Ohio State and beat them boys.
Beat Ohio State.
And y'all got up there and got annihilated.
Defense was the truth last year. Now Tennessee had a good defense. Can't take that from it. Their run game was fantastic. They didn't do well on the back end and passing that much, but their run game was fantastic. They had a fantastic defense. The offense just didn't put up the production that people thought they was. Nico didn't show up to be a Heisman contender like everybody put him up the top 2 be. Like he came in number 3 on the Heisman contender rate. So that let you know what type of letdown that was. That's why I tell you the defense was very, very good. Offense was trash. So if you get upset with me with telling the truth, that's on you, man. I can tell you the same thing. Our defense in the second half of the season was fantastic. We had the best defense in the country in the second half of the season, but our offense was trash.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just tell you the same thing. Y'all finished with the same record we did in the regular season, but we both had trash offense and very good defense. So if we had a better quarterback, we win the next championship. Y'all had a better quarterback, y'all win the next championship. Yeah, we had a better offensive coordinator, we win the next championship. Y'all got one of the best offensive coordinators in the country in Josh Harper, but your offense still sucked. Maybe because your quarterback and the coach had issues about money and the quarterback was sabotaging. Who knows? Maybe y'all had to settle that deal with Nico in the middle of the season. Shit, y'all probably had a run for the national championship. Who knows? Somehow, some way, Nico made y'all offense trash, and we was happy about it. But it should have been trash when they played against us. A little bit more trash. Gave us a couple of picks instead of us getting them turnovers and then they scoring on it.
Now I'm gonna say this to you though, Ultra. I'm gonna say this: Dylan Sampson was the truth.
Yes, sir.
Dylan Sampson was the truth. I'm gonna give you that one. He was the truth. Matter of fact, he on your offense, he was y'all saving grace. Not Nico. Dylan Sampson was.
Dylan Sampson is the key to that team. That dude, I had him rated number 2 running back in the country. Literally. Number 2. And that was behind Trevion Henderson. I had Trevion Henderson 1, Dylan Sampson 2. Period. So they let you know what type of guy you had in the backfield.
I'm just saying, man. But Nico made the rest of y'all's offense look like crap.
Trash.
I'm just saying that was your weak spot. It was your quarterback that was your weak spot. Just like with us, I'm not even gonna say Milroe was our weak spot. It was our OC that was
OC.
It was the OC that was the weak spot. Sometimes it's not the player. Sometimes it is it's the personnel. It's the coach of the administrative personnel like that. Because Sheridan was not an OC. He was a quarterback coach, a tight ends coach, because that's what he played in college. He was a quarterback in Michigan. I remember when he played, he was pretty good, but he was not an OC. Now I'm gonna give you like this, Ultra, and you might not agree, but here we go. If you all would have had a better quarterback, let's just say, for instance, y'all still heck, what's that dude's name that took Hernan Hooker's place? Joe Milton.
Joe Milton.
Joe Milton. Let's just take Joe Milton for a minute. If y'all would have had Joe Milton, the way Joe Milton could really throw a football, and Joe Milton could read a defense pretty good. He could do pretty good. I think y'all's chances of beating Ohio State would have increased a little bit with Milton as it was, but more than it was with Nico. Nico limited y'all. Because just think about it for a minute, Ultra. Dylan Sampson and Joe Milton back in the backfield. Yeah. Yeah. I think your chances would have been better.
Y'all let the good time roll, huh? I said let the good time roll, huh?
Yeah, let the good time roll. Because Milton had a cannon for an arm, but he also, and the biggest reason Bama beat y'all that year with Milton, because Bama attacked Tennessee at a point to where it took Milton's arm away from him. They kept the pressure on Milton. That's what was happening there. And that's how Alabama beat them that year. Then enter Nico the next year. Your offense from a passing production, it did fall some because y'all lost game. Y'all lost that Arkansas game. Arkansas neutralized y'all by neutralizing Nico. They didn't stop Dylan Sampson now. They did not stop him, but they stopped Nico, and that was supposed to be your strong point. So, that's not saying that to put you down, bro. Y'all had one part of your offense was trashy because you had a quarterback that limited you. But I'm also going to say this, and I'm going to get back to Coach Carr right quick. I'm of the firm persuasion y'all were already having issues outside of football with Nico in your season, and y'all didn't have nobody else to put in there right then. I could be wrong, but I doubt it.
I doubt it.
Already having issues with Nico, and it affected his play. It affected you all as a team, because I think they was already pissed off with it. And
just didn't have confidence in another quarterback.
Exactly.
And if they had a bench the kid, it would have a whole lot of controversy going on in the program. So they just rolled through with it, try to get to the end of the season and see where he changed his mind, and he didn't. So they did what they did, man. They had to part ways. But you're gonna see a different Nico out there in California. Now you're probably gonna get a chance to see the real Nico out there. But the guy that transferred in from Louisiana, from out there, they swapped quarterbacks. That guy, they're gonna be a whole lot better for Tennessee than Nico was because he come with no controversy. He not coming there with any problem. He coming there trying to prove that he belongs. So you're gonna have a better team. I tell you this him, Piano Man, they probably won't agree. But Tennessee had Diego Pavier last year. They beat down Ohio State.
Exactly.
They beat
Exactly.
Ohio State.
Yes, sir.
And that's no lie. Cause that kid had something last year that we've been dying to see in players in Alabama since with Mark Ingram. Man, I ain't go there for it since 2020. When we had the backfield in 2020. With Brian Robinson, we was bad, man. We was dying to see somebody with that type of intensity. The kid had a will that won't die. He got that never say die attitude. You break his leg, he gonna pull a cast on and come back out there and play again. So that kid there had a will that he just wouldn't lose, man. He just wasn't gonna quit. So that's what we've been missing. I think that the kids that we're bringing in the recruit classes are those type of kids, the kid that just ain't gonna stop. You're gonna have to tear my leg off. I'm gonna have to tear ACL, or you got to pull something that I can't play for me to sit on the sideline.
What's up, Twister? The Windwalker. What's up? Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. One last question, right quick. Anybody heard the health status on Keon Sabb, Deontay Lawson?
No, they ain't getting on. Like they haven't put out
Yeah.
no injury report yet. So, and then when they do, they got to turn that in the week before the regular season. So they probably won't put out no injury reports. They're gonna keep that all in house.
Right. Right quick before we go, though, I will bring this up since he brought up Sabb and Lawson. We all know the SEC Media Day is next week. Now, I'm going to say this, y'all. We will we will have a show next week, but we're going to go strictly, I think, 1 hour, I believe. We're gonna figure it out because I'm going to be watching SEC Media Day. That's the bottom line. I got to watch it because, like they were saying last night, and I loved it. What B Sharp and Coach, with Clint Lamb and Coach Sean and Tez were all talking about. Tuesday is gonna be the day to watch because you're gonna have, I think it's Kirby Smart, Hugh Freeze. Is it Lane Kiffin on that Tuesday? Tuesday's supposed to be when all the fireworks gonna probably go off. That's when all the fireworks gonna go off. Now, Coach DeBoer is gonna be Wednesday with Alabama. We're definitely watching that, but Tuesday's gonna be the day to watch. And so, but we're gonna be on and off here. I do want to watch it, but I'm just saying to you now, everybody, just SEC Media Day. And speaking of Sabb and Lawson, Coach, right quick, what do you think about our choices of who's representing Alabama in Tim Keenan, Deontay Lawson, and Caden Proctor?
I love it because they all first or second round draft picks right now. They in the slot to be first or second round with Caden Proctor being top 10. So I love it, man. They're gonna be the anchors of the team. So I'm cool with it. I would have preferred James Smith over Tim Keenan the third because of the personality wise. James gonna say something crazy. He's about a better personality, but they probably taking the kids that they know gonna speak on the program in the same manner. They're gonna stick to the script. And James one of the ones that probably go off script from time to time. So I'm cool with it. They're not bringing a quarterback, which means that they hadn't solidified a quarterback position. So I'm with that. So cool.
They were talking about when some of the media was talking about the other team. When you put it all together with the SEC, most of the teams are bringing their quarterback, and I think it was only, I can't remember, so I don't want to get on here and say a false something, and just but some of the teams are not bringing their quarterback, and it was very, very noted that Alabama did not bring a quarterback. It was very noted that Alabama did not bring Ryan Williams. Keon Sapp or any of the, some of the rest of those quote unquote polarizing players, but they bought Lawson, Caden Proctor, and Tim Keenan. Now, I did say amongst some of the fellas that I thought that Keenan would go, would represent. So I was right about that part. I didn't think Proctor would. Now, I thought maybe, now me personally, if they were going to come from that old line, I honestly thought either Brailsford would go or Jaden Roberts would go, but they chose Caden Proctor. So
I figured they were going to bring Caden Proctor, man, when I got to thinking about it. Who's the most polarizing offensive player you got? Caden Proctor. Who's the most polarizing defensive player you got that's name-wise? Tim Keenan III. And who's the leader of the team on defense is Deontay Lawson. So I can understand why. They got our most dominant trenches guy and our best pass blocker. So I can see that, man. So I'm cool. I'm cool with it, man. I'm happy that they didn't bring any skill players, because you just try to select one skill player with all the skill players you got. It kind of shows some type of favoritism. So I think maybe the players voted on who goes. That's what I probably think. Maybe the players voted on who goes and who stays.
Right. And Double L said he thought Brailsford, Williams, and Overton. But I like who's going. Me too. I like who's going. And I'm going to end the show with this. The reason I like who's going is because, Coach, it goes to show you that they're going to believe in that grit, if you will, that hardness of it, that the guys up front, those guys make it go. Those are the guys that make it go. And like you said, and I think they're going to represent the university well. But to me, it's saying other statements that these are the guys that's going to bring that thing, that's going to bring that power. And these are our leaders as well. These are our leaders. And so let the leaders speak, not so much a skill player. Hey, good morning, Zach Pitcher Gaming. We're getting ready to go, but roll tide to you. But I'm telling you, these are the guys that makes it go. So next week, once I sit down and put the schedule together and see how SEC Media Day, what the timing is on it and everything, we're gonna be in and out of there. We're gonna be in and out of there, and on the broadcast, because I want to hear what everybody has to say. Then we'll come back and we'll talk about it and things like that. And in the words of my producer Dwight, as far as I'm concerned, Coach Carl, the season starts Monday. The season starts Monday. As far as I'm concerned, the season starts Monday. SEC Media Day. Big 12 is in media now, I think. I think they're doing their media day now. SEC next week, and then, I don't care about everybody else. I'm just going to watch the SEC. But I want everybody to know that the media is starting. And I maybe a watch party for media days and let's play jump in on commercial. Okay, I'll see. I'll get with Dwight. He can walk me through it. We just may do that and everything, get a watch party started and blah, 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 this, that, and the third. And I'm not saying that in any disrespect, doing it for the sake of time. But I'll get with Dwight and see what's what. But I want to thank Coach Carr for coming and saving me, because I was tired of reading a script here and all that kind of stuff and talking about Bama and Georgia and this, that, and the third, because I'd rather talk football and everything like we're doing and all that kind of stuff. But like I said, Coach Carr, let everybody know where we can find you, big bro.
You can find me on the Block Sports with Coach Carr. You can find me on X, the Twitter, as Coach KD Taylor. Appreciate you allowing me to come on, Piano Man. I appreciate everybody in the chat, man, for tuning in to Piano Man. Piano Man bringing great content. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Piano Man if you haven't already. If you're rubbernecking, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, so you can know when the piano go live. Don't forget to stop by there and holler at Brinsky at Sharpshooter Sport Talk. Coach Sean at Just My Humble Opinion. Ty Hayes from time to time when he do get on at a round table of sports. You got KB over there, Kangaroo Black. You still got Tez over the SEC season. I don't know if he dropped anything yet, but stop by there and check Tez out. Go ahead and start beating up Tez. Subscriber base. So when he do start dropping content, he won't be out there alone, and people be able to recognize him. Uh, who else I'm thinking about, man? Go over there and get with Jonathan. I'm at the Banner Standard. Still got Clint Lamb. He came on last night with Brinsky. Check him out. Don't forget to go over there and holler at Jason at Hall of Fame Sports. Yeah, somebody else I'm forgetting, man. Coach Ida over there, man, with the George content. Like, we got a lot of content creators out there, man. Just go ahead and check them out, listen to them. If you like them, subscribe. If you don't, you know what I'm saying, just leave them a thumbs up in the comment and keep it moving. See y'all later, man. Don't forget about our girl, LaQuasia, DSGB, and there's a host of other people that got channels, man, that I can't remember them all. But
you got Bam Damn Sports, you got Zach Picture Gaming, DSG 84, DSGB 84. These are new and up, especially DSGB 84. He's getting ready to launch his first show here in the next few days. So we know we got to be over there and support our brother. Just like Ted is our favorite Auburn fan, DSGB is our favorite Georgia fan. So we got to support these guys. And so thank you, Coach Carl, for coming by and helping the brother out. Because, man, I got tired of reading. As much as I love to read, I got tired of reading. I want to talk about the 4-2-5 and all that kind of stuff and hitting somebody. Make me want to get out there and do it again. I ain't good for about one series, and then I'm going to
I can't even get you one no more.
Shucks. I do miss it. And maybe one of these days after I get this degree, Coach, maybe one day I may go back for some leadership stuff and maybe get back in it somewhere or another, but not to be no head coach or anything. I would just love to help and advise, or I love to be an analyst and all that kind of stuff and analyze other teams and this, that, and the third, tell them what I think of, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, you can catch me the Long Run with Piano Man on YouTube. Like, subscribe from there. You can also find me on TikTok at Piano Man 592. You can find me there at Piano Man 592. They're on TikTok. Got a couple of videos there, the shorts and this and that and the third. Check me out. And I'm also hanging out with Coach Carl, Coach Sean. Let's not forget him at JMHO, just my humble opinion, and all the other folks. And Coach, so I do this every day, and I go in order. LaQuasia Gordon. We've got to get her to 1K, y'all. We've got to get her to 1K. I want to get her to 1K as soon as possible. So if you've never, ever subscribed to LaQuasia's channel, let's do so. That's LaQuasia Gordon. Bam Damn Sports. Going up the road, way outsides with Cotton. Those dudes are awesome. They're just like Clint Lamb. They know their stuff. They're coming with it and everything. Let's not forget Kyle Henderson. We still support Kyle. Kyle is still the man and everything. We're still proud of him. Don't forget Tide 100.9. That's the radio station. I tell you to download that because everything there is straight Bama until you get to Stingray in the evening. He goes everywhere, but everybody else is straight Bama, okay? And then my boy Ryan Fowler, even though I got to go help save his show this evening, help save it. Me and Bama Nick, we got to go help save the show. They got some real crazy. And listen, y'all, when I get the phone line set up, Coach Carl, I want you to meet Bama Nick. Bama Nick, you and KB, y'all three gonna get along because all three of y'all military, y'all former military, and y'all just call it like you see it, and you don't mean no harm, but some things come out. And I told Bama Nick about 70 years old, Caucasian gentleman, man, loves everybody, but Bama Nick, I'm just trying to tell y'all for Bama Nick, man. Bama Nick, if you're listening, brother, I love you, but we got to go save Ryan Fowler this evening. But Hall of Fame Jason, Stephen M. Smith, Spody Shody, Jake Merrill, Jan 716, Jonathan Lewis. We can't forget him. The guru. Man, go support his channel. Tez is SEC season. Even though he's Auburn, God forgive sin, but go do your thing, brother. We know we got Kangaroo Black, Be Sharp at Sharpshooters, Ty Hayes, Coach Al, We know we got Coach Carl at On the Block, Coach Sean, just my humble opinion, Marvin Constant, Justin Riley, and Clint Lamb, and the list goes on and on. But these are the ones that Piano Man just goes and hangs out with, and I appreciate them allowing me to watch their channel. But if you go and you pull up the Tide 100.9 here in the next few minutes, you can listen to the Miller's Edge. Now, I know some people might not care for him, but I do. I like Miller, Christian Miller, and his dad. I forgot his dad's name, but those guys are good. The Miller's Edge, and then from the Miller's Edge, you got T-Town Tony. T-Town Sports, and then you got Ryan Fowler for the next 4 hours, and then you got Stingray, and then it starts all over with Martin Houston, and then the locker room and all that good stuff. I mean, so download Tide 100.9. You will hear all things Alabama from 6 o'clock in the morning to like 6 p.m. that evening, and then Stingray, he has different guests, but he's good too. So support all of our Bama content. And just remember, shout out to everybody that's in the chat today, Coach. Again, it was at least 25, 26. Thank you for staying, and everything. And I salute you. Thank you for the 401k crew. I ain't said that in a while. Governor and GM and Moon Rocker. Yeah, you honorary. Dwight and Gary. Good to see Gary and Carla, Susan enjoyed her gift there, Coach. She was proud of that gift. I called her and asked her. I said, "Oh man, she had I was talking to her on the phone, and she had a smile. You could see the smile through the phone. She loved the gift. She sent me a picture of it. I said, "That's what's up." So she really loved the gift, Coach. She really loved the gift. And the gifts, Coach, we got a giveaway coming too, don't we?
Pretty big giveaway coming. Yes, sir. I played the game last night, so man, y'all really want it. I'm telling you want this gift.
So
NCAA 2026, college football 2026. Me, Piano Man, and Brinsky giving one away.
Soon. Coming with the come on. And after I give mine away, then I'm gonna buy the bank. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to go and get a system myself and everything. So it's going to be on. So we're going to have fun. Shout out to my son, Jamal, for stepping in with us, even though he's on West Coast time, Coach. He lives in Tacoma, Washington. He came by and checked on his dad. And and that's my dude that, you got that one child that's been through the struggle with you, the seen you when you're at your lowest. That's him. That's my dude there. And but he's an Oregon fan, though, Coach. I don't know where he got that from, but
he out there on the West Coast.
But wait a minute, he's in Tacoma, Washington.
Yeah, but Oregon is the best thing on the West Coast. You can't root for Washington when they're not the best out there.
So, but wait a minute. He Oregon, but his mama is Colorado. Now you tell me how that work out there.
She's just a fan. She's just a fan of Deion.
That's it. That's about all. That's about it. She's just a prime time fan. She don't know nothing about no Colorado. But
my wife loved Deion, so she watched Colorado just because of Deion. So
just because it's Coach Prime, just because it's him. So, but shout out to my son Jamal, but he goes by the name of Sam Black on here. But but thankful to everybody in the chat. Thank you for coming. Now you know how I ended, man. Listen, shout out to content creators and podcasters everywhere. Just always know that our work is being recognized. Our voices are being heard and our faces are being remembered. So just keep doing your thing and keep your head to the sky. Now, I always say it, no sense in being jealous of another podcaster, another content creator. Hey, man, you don't have to do that. Run your race. No reason in being jealous. So, hey, just chill with the jealousy, man. And let's just continue to remember that the kitchen is big enough for everybody to cook in and everybody can get something to eat. It ain't just about you, player. It's about all of us. So, don't try to get all you can and can all you get and sit on the can. Don't do that. Don't do that. Hey, let everybody get a little bit. And you know what? And the world will be a much better place. And in the words of my pastor, Bishop Kenneth Preston, just in case you're listening, sir, you always taught us and you teach us every week. Stay focused, drive, and go forward in Jesus' name. And we always be successful. So I may not see you personally today or tomorrow, But you know what? You know, Piano Man gonna see you in the long run. So with that being said, I'm no expert, but I know what I'm talking about. That's right. So until tomorrow, Coach, have a great, God bless. Have a great day. F them trees, F them heads, and everybody else that Bama play. And remember, we'll see you. And KB comes on tonight. KB comes on tonight. Let's hop over there with Kangaroo Black. I know it's gonna be lit over there. I'll be late because I have midweek service at my church, but I'm coming. I'll be on as soon as church is over because I don't think we're gonna last long tonight. But just remember, have a great day. And oh yeah, FSU, you first. Just remember that. You first. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that can first. You're gonna get that belt to that end first. You up first, FSU. You first. So Panama Jack, if you somewhere lurking in the shadows, just remember, you first. All right. So everybody have a great day until tomorrow or until tonight with KB. But if not, see you in the morning on the morning run. Coach Carl, man, y'all go out there and do your thing, player. And we'll see y'all later on. Thank you for coming. Have a great day. And roll tide.
Roll tide.